What's up, y'all? Happy waiver wire night. So we got Alpha, Fabian, Ernest, Burke, Jacob in the house. How y'all doing tonight? It's a late night. Hope everyone got their waiver wire picks in. Get ready to pick up some gems, some league winners. Yeah, so tonight I was thinking, obviously we'll take questions and we'll just, do what we need to do. Also, let me know how everything looks, how everything sounds. But yeah, so anyways, we will be doing some questions and we'll be talking a little waiver wire. And if we're just vibing out, we might do a little self-rating on the starts and sits from last week. So yeah, let's get started. Let me know. Also, let me know if you guys think the light in the background's distracting. Actually, it probably is. So here, let me. Ooh, a little too much, huh? Let's see. Yeah, we're trying to chill a little bit here. So maybe. Oh boy. Okay. I'll get your questions just 1 second as soon as I stop blinding myself here. Okay, focus. There we go. All right. There we go. Fabian starts off tonight with saying, do we want to trade Myers for Lamb? That's actually a really good question here. So Myers has been trending upwards. I've been calling him baby Travis Fulgham. What's up, Kevin? How you doing tonight? I actually really like Myers a lot. A lot of people thought maybe when Kill Harry came back, he would, try and take things over. But honestly, Fabian, I kind of like Myers here. CD, I think, is going to be fine. Hopefully when Dalton comes back too, but there's a lot more mouths to feed, and Myers seems like he's the #1 guy to go to in New England. So even though I don't like the New England offense, I kind of like Myers here, Fabian. So my choice is Fabian. Sam, Andy, Patrick, what's up? What's up? Yeah, Kevin, I was gonna say, is Sam in here? Because if you guys are going head to head, I don't know. Is there a conflict of interest here? Jacob says Duke or CD. So for this week, I'm leading CD a little bit. Let me just look at here. I'm gonna pull up all my resources here too. So the Texans are playing the Patriots. As unpopular as I might say, I think I'm leaning CD a tiny bit, but a lot of that does depend on who the quarterback is, Jacob. So I think we keep an eye on that and see what's there. It's hard for me to tell you to not start a starting running back, right? But the problem with the Duke is just that I don't know. I'm not a huge fan. He's had chances on the Browns to be, that guy. He's had chances on the Texans to be that guy, and he never has. I don't know. I'm leaning CD a little bit here, but again, a lot of that depends on the quarterback this week. Yeah. Also, Kevin, how is the matchup looking like? What's the projections looking like for you guys? And also, what are your records? I'm kind of curious to see which Tau brother is in the lead. Do you like Damian Harris? I like him as a runner. I don't like him as much on the scheme he's in and on the with the committee that he's in. I'm gonna pull up his profile really quickly. Berg says it's tough with Sony. Mitchell come back soon. He's fine, but who knows what he'll do exactly. I completely agree with that. If we look at him, so again, he's a really good runner, right? If we look at him from purely just a running perspective, he's great. His yards per carry is high, right? Over the last, let's see. Last week he ran for 22 times, 121 yards, partially due to the fact that they played in literally a monsoon, so they had to go on the ground a lot, right? But his yards per carry, it's crazy. Pretty much he's over 5.5 every game except for one game against Denver where he only rushed 6 times. He's a good runner, but let's see when Sony Michel is actually coming back. Because if he's coming back this week, I'm a little bit wary of what is Sony. Let's see. I feel like if honestly, if Mitchell doesn't play this week, I kind of like Damian, right? Because they're playing the Texans. Their linebackers are literally just like middle school linebackers. I like him if Sonny Mitchell doesn't play. Let's see. Okay, we got Miles in the chat. Martin, what's up? Martin, the only issue with requesting music is that if it's anything that's copyrighted, I can't play it because I'll get a little smacking on the hands by YouTube, unfortunately. So I have to go with copyright music, unfortunately. But Miles, let's see. But welcome to the stream, anyways. Hopefully you like this stuff. If this is a little too mellow for you guys, we can always turn it up to some more upbeat music. But Miles says, I have Jacobs. Would it be smart to get Devontae Burke? Absolutely, Miles. You know, in my waiver wire video today, I did talk about Booker a little bit, and I think he's a great stash to have as well. So if you have the room, I like him not only for his value, but also for the fact that I think he's going to be a really good you know, he's going to be a good back either way. Sam is also in a 10-man and 7-3. Nice. Yeah, Sam, you should tell us about that team. That's awesome. Fabian says, I picked up Harris and dropped Ingram. I like that. I don't like the Ravens backfield. I like Damian Harris a little bit better than the Ravens backfield. Rick says Mitchell was eligible 2 weeks ago and they haven't activated him. This might be, yeah, 100% Jacoby. And it sounds like the latest thing he said was they'll see how it goes. So, yeah. Sam, in your other one, you have Herbert, Sanders, Jacobs, Diggs, DK, Swifty. That's awesome. That's good. Jackie, I love how Yahoo waivers usually don't go through until 5. I know, right? We did. I don't remember if you're here for the last one, but we did it last week, and it was buggy. My ESPN stuff didn't all go through at the same time, and some went out later. Kevin says, I'm currently 6-4 on a 1-week streak. Nice. You bet I abused the waiver set seeing 1-4, but Sam is 6-4, so he scored the most points in the entire league. Oh, that's rough. But hey, yo, if you beat him out, you get bragging rights, right? Leamy, what's up, man? Welcome. Sam, that team is as good as your team. Oh yeah, for sure, Berg. I was gonna say that team is pretty stacked. I will be right back. I just need to go readjust something really quickly. BRB. All right, sorry about that, boys. All right, let me. Okay, so let's see where we were. Yeah, so yeah, with Sonny Mitchell, I don't really know what's going on right now. Bill Bug could be up to something, I'm not sure. Lean, yeah, thanks, man. I'm glad you're up here with us too. Someone literally just sent me a request for Edmonds and T. Higgins. And I get the, oh, so you're getting T. Higgins and Edmonds and you're giving away Thielen and Godwin. So I guess what I'll say here is, I hope you're set at running back, right? I kind of like it, honestly. Thielen and Godwin are both supposed to be technically wide receiver ones, right? Godwin's maybe gonna have some tough matchups, but you know, T. Higgins is the most, surprising to say, T. Higgins is the most consistent one there, right? But I really do like the upside of Thielen and Godwin a lot. I kind of think you should do it, Lean, if you, yeah, so I know, yeah, you get Thielen and Godwin, right? I kind of think you should do it. I kind of like that for the upside, honestly. What's the rest of your roster looking like, Lean? Maybe Big Boy Woods traded Kittle for Diggs and Swift right before he got hurt. Nice, okay. Racist right now, I've got Tua, Mike Davis, McKissick, AJ Brown, Jacoby Myers on my bench with one open spot. Who would even be droppable? Oh man. Honestly, like all of those guys. Ooh, I guess who are you trying to... You have a one open spot, right? Are you trying to pick up multiple guys, Burke? Fabian says, I have one bench spot left, and when I add someone off waivers, it tells me to drop someone that is... It might be, Fabian, it might be because you hit a positional limit. So like if you can only have 5 running backs, but you're trying to pick up a 6th one, that could be it. Ty, what's up, man? Yeah, ready for another long waiver camping night, especially with the Yahoo, I know. I was just telling Jackie about how last week we had a late night. Jackie says, I love how the only remaining people from my H-teamer I versus after a CMC and Mostert both have been injured. That's funny. That's really funny. Let's see. How do you feel about DeAndre Swift? Jacob, so I wasn't high on him this week. I wasn't high on him up until this week because he was always splitting carries, right? I actually had him as my sit of the week because I said, hey, if he keeps on splitting carries with AD, it's not going to do well for him, right? But surprisingly, this week he got more carries, so I think he's going to be a fine RB2 moving forward as long as he gets more than 50% of the shares. We'll see what Detroit does with him, but I think that definitely came out of nowhere where he started getting more snaps all of a sudden when they've been literally splitting 50-50 all season. Yeah, Lean, so post your lineup, but I kind of like that for you, honestly. If you're fine sort of taking a risk and not having T. Higgins as like as your rock, I kind of like the upside of Godwin and Thielen a little bit here. Sam Andy Patrick says DeAndre Swift will be a top 10 RB the rest of the season. Hey, I can see that. You know, that's not, as long as he gets those touches, I definitely can see that. Jacob says, I love that Trey Lean meme. Yep. Burke says, my waivers, I got Hines, Booker, Marvin Jones, Hayden Hurst, and Jordan Reed. I think the only tight is okay. Yep. Hines is definitely worth a pickup. I think Marvin Jones is as well. But, you could drop Tua, right? Because I don't remember who your QB1 is there, but you could potentially drop Tua because he's going to be, I'm assuming maybe somewhat inconsistent. Have his good matches, have his bad matches. You could potentially drop Tua if you wanted to and pick up another guy, you know? Remind me who your QB1 is, Burke. Burke says Fabian, it might be because of an illegible IR. Oh, that's true. That's true. It does that to wide receiver RB and QB pretty much. That's weird, yeah. I'm not as familiar with Yahoo, but I honestly don't really like the format. I've seen the Yahoo platform on mobile, and it looks a little rough. That's gotta hurt when your sit of the week puts up. I know, right? It did hurt. I will definitely own up to it. So it's all good. Jackie says, any suggestions for waiver kickers by chance? Add Yahoo the entire season, had to drop him on the device, so he got snagged. What about someone like a Daniel Carlson, Rodrigo Blankenship, or Jason Sanders? Are any of those guys available? Because those are all really good options for you. Ty, first off, I see you with 169. Let's go. Yeah, sorry the sub goal thing is not updated. I don't know why. Sometimes it connects to YouTube, sometimes it's not. But yo, we're at 169, and hey, if we stay there, that's a good number to stay at. Nice. Sam Andy Patrick says, just look at the odds for the highest scoring game. Yeah, that's something I definitely look into for sure. Jackie says, have Fairbairn, Boswell, Sanders, Zerline, Zane, Crosby. I maybe go with Sanders or Zane here, I would say. Those are all good. Let's go Sanders. He's been putting up some big numbers. Kevin says 10-man league. My team is Russ, Miles Sanders, Swift, Mike Thomas, AJ Brown, Mark Andrews, Nick Chubb, Jason Sanders. Sam's team is Murray, Henry, CEH, Adams, Lauren, Kelsey. Nice. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, Kevin, Sam has a good team. That makes sense to me that you said he's the highest scoring, but has had some bad luck, so that's rough. But hey, I'll imagine at the end of the day it's just that W, right? All right, lean mean. So let's see. We're looking at Russ, a CMC, Sanders, Carson, Duke Johnson, Michael Thomas, T. Higgins, Will Fuller. Oh, okay. So you'd be giving away. So you have Sanders, Carson, Duke. So lean me. What I'll say is you should try and both. Like right now, CMC's out, right? Carson's maybe out. So you're going to be a little thin at running backs this week. Obviously, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Edmonds right here because I feel like he's kind of boom or bust, especially when he's at the RB running back, like backup position. I do like it for you because you have Michael Thomas, Thielen, and God. I don't. So here's a question though, right? Lean is that so you're gonna give away Higgins. So let's say you have Thomas, Thielen, AB, Will Fuller, and Godwin, right? Who would you start? Because that's a lot of wide receivers. I don't know that I love you having both Brown and Godwin on the same team because I don't think you're ever going to start both, right? So that's my only thing that I'm a little bit worried about here. Luke, what's up? Jacob, what's up? Daniel, what's up? Welcome, you guys. Ty said, second of all, I'll start your waiver video earlier today. Who would you choose between your choice of Cleveland or Minnesota? I like Cleveland a little bit more. Minnesota was sort of my last choice here. Also, guys, if Miami's available anywhere, I started doing a little bit of homework. I really like Miami's matchups coming up. So look to stash or even play Miami this week. They're playing most likely a Drew Lock Denver Broncos. So I would actually say Miami Dolphins is my number one pick. But Ty, I would probably go Cleveland just because Carson Wentz throws a lot of interceptions. He has a league high, 12 picks and league high, I think 35 sacks. So I think I would go Browns a little bit over Minnesota here. Brooks says, I've got Watson. I also got Julio, so I don't need any wide receiver help. Maybe drop Myers or Hines or Booker. Honestly, dude, I know Myers is like the least attractive name on there, but I kind of think you hold on to him, I mean, this going to be a bold statement, but I could see him outperforming Cooper if Dallas just doesn't get their stuff together, honestly. So I would maybe use an open spot and just pick up Hines. Could you just pick up Hines instead? Because you have an open spot, right? Yahoo feels like they haven't updated their UI since early 2000. Yeah. Ty says, yeah, you're deep at wide receiver. Better off dropping Myers for whoever you need. Myers or D. Yeah, I think I'll target Hines. Let's see if I can get him. Yep. Yeah, Lean. So, like I said before, I'm a little bit worried. I like the two guys you're getting, but you have a lot of wide receivers after you get all those guys, and you have two guys from the same team that really spreads the balls a lot. Frank says, I think if you made that trade, you could package your strong wide receiver core to get another running back for sure. Is Claypool a good start this week since Diggs is on bye? I like Claypool, right? Who are the Steelers playing? Jags. Yeah, Claypool is absolutely a good start this week. How do you feel about Jacobs and Aaron Jones for playoffs? I think they're great. I think, they're solid RB1s. Stick with them. Just, don't even worry about it, especially with Jacobs. As long as he stays healthy, he gets the volume. So, Ty says, well, here we go. Some 49ers again, huh? Are we doing this again? Luke says, I'm going after Booker and Miami this week. Great choices, Luke. Burke says, I think this trade is solid only because Edmonds is a reliable starter, so it's just a move from Higgins to Godwin and Thielen, and you can pick any of your top receivers that you bench to get a RB. Yeah, Burke makes a good point. If you're planning to flip them and you can, I think that's great, right? Ty says, Luke sounds like a solid group of RBs. Yep, for sure. Oof. Wentz is overrated. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff wrong with that team. I don't really know who to blame it is on the Eagles, but you would think he'd be better, right? Jacob, do you have a rest of season ranking videos? Not, I don't. I wasn't planning on doing it, but Jacob, I am planning on doing a defense stash to look for the rest of the season. So look for that probably end of this week or early next week. But I'm gonna try and do something where I'll just go over what teams have the best matchups that are probably still available for people to pick up. Honestly, I'm not playing Hover. I've got Burden as my starter, so I think Hurst for me. Yeah, hey, I mean Berg, like, you know, I know this is the one I think honestly Hurst has been outplaying Burden, so well, the last 2 weeks at least, so like feel free to go Hurst here. You know, I know I've been a big Burden guy, but they've been spreading the ball around a lot more over the last 2 weeks, which is a little tough for us, you know, Burden believers. Sam says, I'm thinking about trading my kicker and JT for Q. I don't know that you need to do that, especially if it's in your bigger man league. If it's the two-man league, sure, but I don't know if I would do that for your other one. Burke says, I don't want to just drop and do, and we're locked in the league too. Yep, for sure. Fabian says, I can't even add Myers on my team. I have one bench spot. It wants me to drop somebody. Fabian, check to see how many wide receivers do you have in your roster, because I really think it might be because you have too many wide receivers. Luke says, I got Adams for Eckler and A-Rob. Oh yeah, we talked about that earlier, right? Mahomes for Judy, Rieger, and Herb. Okay. You guys feeling fine with Julio? Yeah, Julio's going to be fine. You know, he's been doing a lot better, a little bit more consistent this year. Let's look at this. Let's see. Julio Jones. He's been more consistent recently, right? He missed 2 games and had 2 bad games. Otherwise, most of his games have been double digits. So hopefully that just means he's good, you know? Luke says, that's what I thought. I have Higgins just in case he gets injured or something. Yeah, that's great. Luke, I think you're set. Sounds as my team and my 10-man would beat my 2-man because my grandpa owns. Yeah, that's right. With the limited bench, right? That's a tough one. Oh, one guy everyone should keep an eye out on for actually is David Moore on Seattle. It sounds like there's, so let's see, Tyler Lockett. It sounds like Tyler Lockett has some issues right now, right? He missed practice today with injury, so if you guys are in need of a wide receiver, take a look at David Moore. He's the number 3 wide receiver on that team, and he's actually been like kind of okay. And actually, if you guys want to, here, let's do this. We're gonna do this so we can look at stuff together. It'll be a very interactive. Okay. Let me move this over a little bit. Okay. So if you guys like take a look at David Moore, he's actually been like, he was on my deep stashes last week, I think. He's actually been doing pretty okay this season, right? Let's look at it. He's definitely very boomer bust, but like he kind of catches some TDs, you guys. You know, with him being a number 3 guy on that team, we don't expect the targets to be very high, so like average around 3 here. But again, if Lockett is out, I mean, Burke, you can probably speak into this a little bit, but like, Burke, do you think David Moore is a good pickup here? Let's see. Oh, Silver Money, what's up, man? Welcome to the chat. This is your first time, right? Ty says, how do you feel about AB's value after the past 2 games so far? I think he's still trending upwards right now, you know? The game last week, around that 10-point mark, is sort of what I expect him to be at, with opportunities for touchdowns here and there. I see him as like a low-end wide receiver 2 with the stock rising up. Burke says, I don't think anyone would step into Lockett's role. We got a couple of rookies that have been getting the ball in big moments, so it's kind of void after DK Lockett. And Lockett hasn't been very consistent in his role, so doesn't offer that much. Moore is very unpredictable. He does make play. Love him for a Hawks, but very unreliable. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess, Burke, do you think he has any value if Lockett is out, or do you think that role, like you said, is just going to be spread out between a bunch of different players, and Moore is just going to be, like, kind of his own role with maybe, like, 1 or 2 extra targets? Jacob says he catches like a 50-yard touchdown every other week. I know, right? And that's the thing. It's kind of wild. Is DK gonna be good for the rest of the season? Yep. Is Lockett boom or bust? He's very, very boom and sometimes bust. Yep. Ari, what's up? How you doing tonight? Good to see you again. What's changed in your life over the last 4 hours, huh? 3 hours. Brick says, I personally wouldn't go for more. I don't expect much changes. Okay, that's interesting. Hey, that's great to get your input here. Yeah, I mean, this is literally the definition. Well, I guess not literally, guys, because he's had a 7-5 game, but like it's almost a definition of boomer bust here. Isn't the swing guy the wide receiver on the Seahawks? James. Oh, that's funny. Hey, yo, James. Listen, man. If you sub on that account too, you can get double the notifications for him online. That's 40 big brain move. Jackie says traded Brady and Lockett away for A-Rob and Godwin in another league. Who's your quarterback now, Jackie? Break says there's Swain, Moore, and Hart. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Everyone waiting for the waiver wire to clear. Yep. Okay, Jackie, your other guys, I like it. A-Rob and Godwin are probably going to be a little bit more steady, consistent than Lockett, so I do like that. Because you weren't going to start Brady with Herbert there. Jacob says, yeah, don't trust Moore. He would likely be 1-2 extra cards. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Brick says, I'll score TDs and make catches, but very sporadically. Yep. James, I appreciate it. I was kind of kidding, but you're more than welcome to if you want to. Obviously, you know, definitely appreciate the love, but don't feel the need to do it because you know, you've been great at coming into this coming into the streams. Honestly, just under your man account. Sam says, I wasn't going to be able to watch the late stream, but my school just gets canceled because someone in my class. Oh no, that's not good. I'm glad it got canceled, so you don't have to get COVID. Sam, what grade are you in? What kind of school do you go to? Oh, another Toronto. We man, you know who we haven't seen in a while? And it's got to be because he's been busy, but do you guys remember Den P? Den P was like here a lot. He lives in Toronto, I think. Burke Irie, you guys probably remember him, right? He was here a lot before, right? I haven't seen him in a while. I like completely forgot about it. That guy was like super active, super involved. But I know that unfortunately for him, he was in healthcare, and he is in healthcare, and he worked like super late night shifts, right? I think like 6 to 6 or something. So yeah, he's probably just really busy. Jacob says, I can't wait for COVID to be done. Oh, for sure. Jackie says, oh, cool. I live in Toronto. Man, there's a lot of Toronto fam out here. Jackie, Sam, okay. Sam, what grade are you in, if I don't mind asking? Wait, I saw a Cam Newton question, I'm pretty sure, right? Oh, I mentioned, I think, yeah, if you need a quarterback, Cam Newton isn't the worst pickup. Reason I think about it is, again, for me, he's actually been doing pretty well recently, and he makes his money off of rushing touchdowns, right? Houston has a really bad linebacking core, and I think he's going to be able to take advantage of that. If we look at this, he's actually been playing pretty well, getting those rushing TDs. So I actually kind of like him this week. Anuj, welcome, man. So we're looking at Matt Ryan or Brady. So let's look at their matchups this week. So Brady's playing the Rams. Matt Ryan is playing the Saints, right? Okay. So both of those are actually like pretty decent defenses. I think I lean Matt Ryan a little bit more, Anuj. A little bit. Sam Andy says, I'll just call you Sam until the other Sam gets here. I live in west end of Toronto, okay. Ty says, with the experience you've had playing fantasy, do you find using a lot of FAAB early has been successful, or do you conservative spending and saving to playoffs? So Ty, actually, I've never really done FAAB. I've gotten a lot of questions, so I've been doing more. I know what it is, but I haven't actually used it that much. I feel like it's similar to, just like the waiver priority, right? In a way. What I found is, what I'll say is that, like, last year I saved a lot of my number one priorities until like the end, and there just wasn't anything worth pick up. So if you have someone good that's like almost a surefire, I would, you know, obviously spend the money on him. But also to me, it seems like we're gonna be active pretty much on the waiver wire until the last week, or even into the playoffs, you know. So I think it's worth saving at least a little bit towards the end. And with FAAB, do you always have to like, do you have to put a minimum of $1, or is there the same thing where like if waivers clear, you can get someone for free? I don't know if you have to spend money every time. James says, I started Austin Hooper, Fulgham, and Wentz. I had, oh, that's rough. Okay. No. Fulgham is an interesting one. I have a small feeling his time might be over with everyone back. Alshon, Rieger, Goddard. I don't want to say it, but I have a small feeling that his time might be over. I don't think he's droppable just yet, because we want to see another game with him, but small inkling that his time might be over. Grade 3. Okay. Burke says, no, I don't think so, Ty. A lot of people spend big on Hines and some other players after 1 to 3 weeks, and they all busted. As season goes on, I increase bids. Okay, that's good insight. Ty says, RIP James, I have my players I'm starting are Eagles players due to bye week. Yeah, gonna be painful. Oh, Irie, yeah. Cam over Aaron Rodgers. Oh, man. I still think it's so hard to bench Aaron Rodgers, right? Like, I think Aaron Rodgers is gonna have a challenge, but it's so I don't think in good conscience I can just tell you to bench Aaron Rodgers because of, like, you know, the player that he is. Obviously, if we look at you know, his record, he had that really bad game against Tampa Bay, right? But like, has he played any other like really tough defenses? I need to make this a little smaller. So like, he's pretty much had one bad game. You could argue that he might have a similar bad game too, but Cam's matchup is a lot better, I will say. But it's just like the type of player makes me say like I'll probably rank Aaron Rodgers like maybe 1 or 2 spots above Cam. I can see myself ranking Cam maybe like 10th, 9th quarterback, and maybe Aaron Rodgers like 7th or 8th. So that's a little tough there. Let's see. It says, okay, oh, sorry, I need to catch up, guys, sorry. I try to go, so Brick says I try to go less reactive to big week and spend a little to protect a player that might and trend up like Higgins. Yeah, that's smart. That's what you need to do. Great insight. Jacob says I started Hooper, Samuel, do. Oh, that's tough, yeah. You can put $0 in and get them for free. Okay, that's good. And Noosh, thanks. I watched your videos, but haven't tuned your live stream yet. I'm going for a big bin on the waiver, but highly unlikely I get him, so I probably have to choose between Matt and Braid. Okay, yeah, go for it. And hey, Anuj, thanks for watching the video. Anuj, are you from Reddit, or did you just find me on YouTube? But yeah, thanks for stopping by the stream. Hey, we stream multiple times during the week, so feel free to come by even more often, honestly, you know? Brick says, I knew she's come by more. The vibe here is great, and we just, yeah, exactly. The vibe here is great, and everyone in chat is honestly great. Sam says, I don't like Fulgham. Hey, that's smart. You're a guru. Good luck with your egos this week. Yeah, for sure. Irie, is that true? If you wait for your waivers until the end, it's not worth it. Listen, if you got the money, you don't spend it. It's obviously a waste, but I think what Burke is saying makes a lot of sense. Okay, let me catch up to these and go a little fast. Am I supposed to trust Washington today for a 3rd week in a row and save my 1-4 ads, or go with someone like the waivers Browns? Washington, I'm pretty sure I had them as a pick up this week. I don't think they have a bad matchup. I kind of think, you know, if you don't want to waste it, I would go with Washington because they play. Who do they play this week? Bengals? So I don't expect him to hold them to like under 20, but I expect a lot of sacks is what I'll say. Miles says, I'm still debating if I should start Gibson or... Yeah, that's a tough one too, right? I mean, I would I would probably, I still like James Robinson. I talked about it earlier. I said, you know, I really like just his volume. I kind of like him. They just hesitated Ertz for return. Yeah, but Ertz hasn't really done much. I'm not really scared of Ertz. I think there's some drama going on with them as well. Ty says, interesting FAB strategy. Yeah, I've been trying to do. Last year, I found most of the good players were taken from the waivers in the season. This year, it's been nicer. Yep, for sure, for sure. Jake, Luke, are you worried about Booker, or did he just get carries and blew the mail? Yeah, he got more carries, game script, and they just lean more on the run game. I'm not worried about him. He honestly just overperformed. Burke says, yeah, every year is crazy different. Agree. Should I pick up Ertz? I don't like Ertz. Jacob says Ertz is not. Burke says Ertz is done. Wasn't expecting anything to do with injuries, so don't expect to do anything. I agree. Yeah, I love to. Most of the time I see the live stream, it's really late because I'm East Coast. Oh, for sure. Yeah, Anush, so I found you from Reddit and subbed after watching the first. Oh, thank you, Anush. Hey, thank you so much. And yeah, Anush, so what I'll say is, yeah, this is like, you know, our second part. I do on Tuesdays, that's when we do our 2-split one, and we start one at 5 p.m. Eastern, but the next one will be Thursday night around like 4:30 PST, so that'll be like 7:30 your time. And I'm definitely like, you know, thinking about you guys on the East Coast, because we do have a lot of East Coast and Central guys out there too. So I'm gonna definitely try and, you know, I will schedule for things to go on earlier. But hey, I appreciate the sub, man. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks for the love. I see the Broncos drafting a new quarterback. Drew Lock, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, Jose, what's up, man? Didn't see you there. I don't know. I kind of think they go with him. I don't know what to think about him, right? He looks good, but like a lot of times he just like doesn't do what he needs to do. I think you guys give him a little bit more time, but I don't know. What's like the fan base thinking there? Tyson's agreed. Richie Rogers is more likely to deliver points than Urch. I know, right? I like Andrews too, because the other guy tight end got hurt and he's got a good schedule. Could be. I mean, he got a lot more targets, right? The end. What's up, my friend? I'm going up against Davis versus Detroit. Jefferson versus Dallas, and Swift versus Carolina. Do you have a chance? Oh yeah, for sure. You're fine, man. Hey, matchups, they might look juicy, but it doesn't always happen. Jacob, what time do waivers clear? Usually they should clear technically in about 30 minutes, but I expect delays. And sorry guys, I'm still catching up here. Ambi, hey, thoughts on Winston? I think he's worth the stash if you have the space. He could, be okay. He was a good fantasy quarterback before. His only thing was like he threw a lot of interceptions, but he made up for it by throwing a lot of touchdowns and yards as well. So I'm kind of interested to see what happens there. Burke says grab the Colts. Oh yeah, for sure. Are the Colts available? If the Colts are there, we want to grab them for sure. Ty says many Express articles, Reddit posts have been searching people to drop Hollywood and Brown. I would agree with it. It depends on who you're dropping him for, right? Hollywood has been a bust this year. That's the blunt way to say it. But the problem is he's still their wide receiver one. So again, it really just depends on who you drop him for. Why does Chubb run like he has scoliosis? That's funny. Is Mixon? I think Mixon should be back this week. If he doesn't come back this week, I'll be a little bit worried, but apparently he should be back this week. I don't know, they say he's a game time decision for sure. Jay Postman, hey, what's up? What's up? Welcome to the stream. Jay Postman is definitely dropping. He definitely is. I mean, I wouldn't start him. But yeah, again, it depends. Iris says pick up Colin Seahawks this week and look to see what's going on with Carson. I think he might be back this week. So if Carson's back, I don't really see Collins being useful anymore. Postman says 10 weeks and it's almost wide receiver 50. It's definitely time to let him go. I agree. I 100% agree with that. James says I dropped Zach Moss to keep Jameson. Right now I have waiver out for McKissick and Damian Harris. Should I put one out for Zach Moss? I have 2 week buy flow flyers that I can drop. You could, yeah. I mean, obviously he has a buy, but I think he's a good hold. Jackie says to Burke, is Rams a good second option, or would you rather keep Washington? Yeah. Rams is also a good option this. Well, let's see. Who are the Rams playing? Oh no, the Rams are playing the Bucks. I don't know if I would trust them that much. Jacob says I would drop Hollywood. Is Rams a solid D for the playoffs? Let's look. And hey, if they are, I will add it to my video and you guys will have done my homework for me. So if we look at the Rams here, number 5 defense, good against San Francisco, New York. It would be good for 14 and 15, I think, but that's really it. So I guess pre-championship. Rams have had some great playoff matchups. I have Rams D stash. Is Watson a confident start this week? Yeah, so they play, I would say so. I would say start Watson. He's a stud. Why would you sell Watson there, Sam? Let's see. Where are we at? I'm so strong. I can't believe I'm so behind here. Okay, I would definitely pick up the Rams D. Definitely good stash here. Try to trade for Brady. Close to the best defense in the league. Rams are solid, way above Washington, I think. Okay, yep. I think Washington has a slightly better matchup this week, but Rams are good, decent for stashing. Rams are cards for playoffs. Let's see. Rams and cards. So who do they? How have the Cardinals been doing? They've been okay, very middle of the pack. I would probably trust the Rams a little bit more here, Luke. Okay, Jacob says Rams, Ty says Rams. Burke says I'm not really familiar with the schedule, but Rams after there are after the for sure. Ari says, did you ever win a league in your life? Yeah, I've won a couple of championships for sure. Jay Postman says, best believe I'm stacking Taysom Hill if he's starting at quarterback. I know, right? Well, he's not going to be starting at quarterback. It's going to be Jameson, but we have been talking about him a little bit today, actually. I think he could get used a decent amount creatively. Don't be surprised if he gets that 2 or 3 point floor, but I think his ceiling is very sort of up there and like question mark compared to other tight ends that are still available. Nusha, should I start Chase Edmonds or Kenyon Drake this week? I can start both, but I was going to put Judy in my flex, so I only have to one. I wouldn't start both. You got to go Kenyon because he's the lead guy there. Clyde Santos, what's up? So we're talking about, do we want to select Clyde or do we want to start Swift? So let's look at these matchups here. So Lions are playing Panthers. Chiefs are playing Raiders. Let's see. Honestly, as much as I want to say Clyde, maybe Swift here. Keep an eye out for like any news though. I would start him if he gets the same amount of carries as he did last week, but if he splits carries or something comes out that indicates that he might split carries with AD, I'd go Clyde. Luke says Swift. Sam says Swift, perfect. Jay Postman says Drake, perfect. Burke, I know chat is popping. I need to keep up. I need to go. All right, we're gonna go fast. Speed rounds. Rank these defenses: Washington, Browns, Vikings, and Rams. For this week, if we're talking about it, let's see. I would go Washington, Browns, Vikings, and Rams. Actually, just how you have it. You did my work for me. Yeah, and on Tuesday night. This is awesome. Everyone's up trying to waiver camp right now. This is great. Let's see the end. Do you think Booker can produce as a Chiefs as a number 2? Maybe he'd be a low end flex play for me this week. I would like to. I didn't really watch the Raiders game. I just know from the game script and like the scores they use him a lot. But he's still that second guy there, right? He's been scoring the last 2 weeks. So if you absolutely need him, I don't think it's a bad play. But if he also gets you like 30 yards, don't be surprised. Jacob says start Swift 100% as well. Okay, perfect. More people have found this. There we go. We're trying to look for more people. If we get 1 sub each stream, the grind's worth it, right? So we got to keep on going. Let's see. CH has been a bust. A little bit of a bust, I think he's, compared to him getting drafted like top 7, yes. But I would say he's probably like 2nd, 3rd round talent right now. Tyson's non-fantasy question: which basketball team do you support? So me guy, you say like no. I'm a LeBron fan, but I'm originally from Ohio, Ty. So I'm actually a Cavs fan. I'm sure we got a lot of Raptors fans here, right? Yeah, good luck in this offseason, y'all in a weird conundrum, yeah. Also, I didn't realize that the NBA draft is tomorrow. Holy cow. All of a sudden, NBA blew up yesterday with all those crazy trades and whatever, right? We got some more super teams in the works, so the NBA season's gonna be fun. Postman says, my tight ends are trash, so throwing Taysom Hill. There you go. Hey, and that's exactly the attitude you gotta go with, right? If all my options are trash and they can probably just give me 1 to 4 points, I might as well go for a guy who's also a QB and a wide receiver to see what he can do. I love it. Jackie says, speaking of Watson, I realized last week that I literally had the opportunity to actually start the entire East. That's funny. Hey, sometimes it works, right? I like him unless I like if you started Watson, Fuller, and Cooks, I wouldn't blame you. Okay, so Jacob is a Timberwolves fan. Cool. Sam says, I'm in 3rd grade. You're crazy if you think I'm. that's actually really cute. Ty, Dub Nation. Oh no. Oh, I forgot. We've got some more of your fans in here. Oh no. Alright, mods. Burke, I didn't give you the power to ban all of the 49ers fans before, but hey, Andrew, who comes out as a Warriors fan, give him that ban hammer. I'm just kidding. That's funny. No, the Warriors are gonna be good this year. The West is, honestly, the top of West and East are gonna be it's gonna be really interesting. Luke Stubb Nation as well. Carry on had more opportunities than 80 last week. Yeah, that's that. Yep. I wonder what happened there. Something flipped there. That says, Jacob, what do you think about the Wolves are gonna do with their pick trade? Pick Edwards. Ambi says, rate these QBs for this week and rest of the season. Newton, Winston, Tua, Teddy, Cousins. I like Teddy the best. I'm just gonna give you a general ranking. Rest of the season, I'd probably go Teddy, Tua, Newton, Winston, Newton, Cousins at the bottom. As for this week, I go let's see, Cam, Teddy, Winston, Tua. Who else I have? Maybe that's enough for this week. Yeah, there you go. Sorry, I kind of lost track there. I freaking hope Jake Shue comes back and plays. I picked him off the waiver and put him on, and maybe he might, right? There's always a chance, but I don't think he does. Luke says he doesn't either. Andrew, do you play fantasy basketball? I have before. I don't. It's a lot of work, man. If I did a channel on fantasy basketball, I feel like I'd be streaming 24/7. Jackie says no, literally the entire Houston Texans. Oh yeah, that's crazy. So so you're talking running back, tight ends, and everything. Oh, that's funny. Burke says I'm a Dubs and Heat fan. Oh, Burke, how did you become? I guess. Oh, it's because you're in Seattle and you get to choose whatever you want. Nice. The Heat are a great organization, honestly. Have a soft spot for them since LeBron went there. They will trade down probably. Okay. Let's see. And Piston fan, so it's been a struggle for a while. Yeah. Hey, I guess I don't know. What did you think about that Drummond trade? We got that contract off of you guys, and he just picked up the player option. So, I guess what were your thoughts as a Piston fan when Drummond left? Luke says, Burke, you're a Dubs and Hawks fan. What the F? Ari, Packers fan. Jackie says, I was trying to buy David Johnson for a few weeks ago. Darren fell, so hot for a bit for sure. Duke Johnson was a hot water. Hey, we were at Fairbairn in Houston. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny, Jackie. I wish you would have just to do it. And he says, Taysom Hill over Goddard and Hooper for this week. Oh, Goddard I like the best. Hooper hopefully gets a little bit more targets. I give probably Goddard, Taysom, Hooper. The rest of the season, the thing is, Goddard is probably going to be a little bit more consistent than Taysom, so Taysom might have a higher ceiling. This week would tell. Taysom is worth a stash, because if he goes off, he's going to be a hot waiver wire pick next week. Ty says, Luke, there's always some good in a person after all. Jay Postman says, good wide receiver pickup, in my opinion, is Michael Pittman. He's going up against some bad defenses coming up, and he's coming off a big game. For sure, yep. Postman, I actually talked about him. He's my first wide receiver that I talked about in my waiver wire video this week. Depending on if Jared Alexander plays this week, he might be a sit. Also, I don't know if Alexander will cover Pittman or T.Y. Hilton, so that's the biggest thing I'm doing research on. But yeah, I agree. Pittman looked good. I love him. I've been waiting for him to break out. I think that was his breakout game. Fabian says, who has more depth, Judy or Curtis Samuel? Judy's probably going to get a little bit more opportunities, more targets, more volume, but I really like how the Panthers are using Curtis Samuel. And again, a lot of that's going to depend on whether or not Teddy's alive this week, pretty much. Okay, let's see. Hoover's a good option. Philly isn't good at Teddy. I completely think so too. You know, they had bad weather last week, I believe. But it worried me a little bit that he only got 2 targets, but I think it should go back up. For sure, super unlucky with injuries. Yep. Oh wait, what was it? Key or fun is how to watch this year. Jimmy Buckets. Oh yeah, that was a fun, really fun finals to watch. The Heat have some grit. Sam Morales, what's up? Who's the priority waiver add to plug and play this week? Ahmad, Balaj, or Hines? I like Ahmad the best out of that. Hines is a great play. I think Ahmad or Balaj is great if you can get one of them. Hines, I think, probably should be a fine play, but hey, they're riding with a hot hand, right? So if JT goes off, they might ride with JT, you know? But hey, I'm glad the Lakers did it for Kobe this year. Yeah, RIP, rip in the chat for Kobe, please. Yeah, that was so sad. I found out when I was snowboarding, and I honestly didn't believe it. That was crazy. As long as the weather's good, Hooper is a great option. I agree. Theoretically, he should get the targets, right? Who's the best running back to draft next year in 2021? I still have to go with probably Christian McCaffrey. Anuj, I was so happy about trading Drummond. I think it was a good trade for you guys too, since you got him for practically nothing. At that point, we needed to clear exactly, right? We need the salary, and you know, he picked up the option, so hopefully we should be able to do something. If you need, you guys should be able to trade Drummond this upcoming year too. His value should be higher than it was with us. He's on it for sure. Exactly, I agree with that. So we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting to see if the Cavs keep that 5th pick or they draft somebody with it, but that'll be really, really interesting. I took Big Ben because the guy in first is Josh Allen. Gotcha. Okay. Iris says, how is he rostered as a tight end at ESPN? But yeah, I heard it's only actually ESPN that he's a tight end. That's tough. Postman says Alexander might be out too. Yeah, exactly. If he's out, I do like Pittman as a start this week. So I think we need to keep an eye on that. Jackie says I also had Juju, Deontay, and Claypool on the same team. Oh, that's funny. But I'm a Benjamin League so shallow, so I couldn't. Oh yeah, that's rough. I mean, I'd be so stressed out if I had all 3 of those guys. I don't know who to go. But hey, Juju's coming back. I traded for him before his last before he went off 2 games ago, and I thought that went really well. So yeah. Break says I really like Pittman. He looks great last week. Hines and Ahmed are good pickups. Booker as well. Marlon Mack always saw. There it is. We're keeping that Marlon Mack streak going. Ty says, damn, Daniel, why you gotta be hating on our dubs? As some dedicated, yes, 100%. Listen, guys. LeBron would have so many more rings if KD wasn't a snake. I mean, hey, all for it, right? If we're all KD, we can join a team to go win, what, 2-3 rings? Yeah, of course we would do it, but doesn't sit well with me, you know? I was shocked when Kobe died. Yeah, rip. Have you ever thought about doing a 0 RB strategy? I have. I think I actually did it last year. It's interesting. It all depends on I thought last year was actually pretty wide receiver heavy all around. Thoughts on Carson Wentz? Let's look at him. I was kind of, you know, I was making some plugs from him a bit ago, but let's see what's going on. He didn't have a very good game, right? That's tough. And here's what I'll say, okay? And like, I understand this is kind of like, you know, obviously whatever he scored here, but I always talk about how divisional games are weird. It always is so weird, right? On paper, Look at what Wentz has been doing up until the Dallas game. I bet you no one, like, even Vegas thought he would, like, underperform or bust here, right? I think he potentially bounces back. I still think division game. I always say this: division games, you throw everything out the table because something weird happens. I don't know if it's because teams prepare better because they know these teams or what, but division games are always so weird to me, man. Toby, hey, you made it. Welcome. Good morning. Burke says, oh yeah, we already get that. I swear, Harden says he's only looking at the Nets. There's even more of a super. Oh, for sure. That would be a very much of a diva spot. But yeah, Toby, welcome. Yeah, like I said, good morning, good night. Thank you for coming through. We're just kind of chilling. Ty says the Nets will be so toxic if all three are together. Oh yeah, for sure. I don't know if those. I don't think that personality is gonna mesh. Honestly, that'd be interesting. Anu says a few days ago on my trade deadline day, I was offered Nick Chubb and Cooper Kupp for Hopkins and ended up rejecting it. Not necessarily. I mean, that would have been good. But if you're okay, Anuj, at running backs, depending like who are your running backs, right? Because I mean, Hopkins is a way better wide receiver than Cooper Kupp, right? So, yeah. Jackie says, I think zero strategy probably depends on the draft position. Somewhat, right? But, like, this year you could have picked up some good guys like James, Marlon Mack if he didn't get injured, James Robinson. This year was probably more a better time for a zero wide receiver draft, actually. But, yeah, you're right. A lot of it does depend on position. Correct, Jackie. If your first pick, you'd go CMC. Ty, how can you say that when LeBron did your team dirty by going to the Heat? Not to, yeah, that was a little cringe, right? I mean, it sucked at the moment, and it sucked for those 4 years, but at least that gave us Kyrie, which eventually gave us a championship. So it was all under LeGM, the plan, right? So why Kawhi gotta leave? I know, right? That was rough. The Clippers are kind of a mess right now. Irie says some guy in my league drafted Dak Prescott, Ezekiel, Lamb, Cooper. He was a top scorer. Oh, yeah. Jeez. Ugh. That's a real turn of the tables. How the turntables. Jacob drafted CMC right away. Yep. Fabian says someone offered me Henderson for CD and Judy. I don't know that I would do that because Henderson didn't get a lot of touches last week. I think you're paying a little bit too much for him. Unless you're stacked at wide receiver, Fabian. Ty says, how's your RB and wide receiver depth? So, Anuj is RB's are James Robinson, Drake, Edmonds, and David Johnson. Wide receiver, Hopkins, Judy, Kirk, and Corey Davis. Okay. I actually kind of like Chubb would have been really great for you. But I do kind of like you holding on to Hopkins here because I don't think you have a solid wide receiver one. You at least have, some decent running backs here. Obviously still a little thin, but I would have probably, I don't think, I think it could have gone either way. You were going to get a more solid starter either way. If you like Hopkins more, I don't think it's a bad idea to keep him. Break says, I really hate having an early pick in drafts. I don't value CMC that much over a late first round like Henry. Oh, for sure. Henry should be a top 5 in my opinion, though. But I do feel like when CMC's on, he could be scoring like 25 plus every week. Even a Dalvin Cook, right? We've seen him score, 30 plus in so many games. That's the difference between like a top tier running back versus like a bottom end of first round running back. Where Aaron Jones will have some weeks where he gets you 20 plus, maybe like 130 plus. Otherwise, he's like averaging around like 12 to 15-ish, 15, 16. Obviously, still very good, but not your 30 plus every week. Ty says, best pick to have in my third is 3 or 4. Has been money for you. Oh, for sure. I like that. I don't think the first pick is necessarily the best. Break says, I think you both should roster with under top right. I agree with that. How the turntable. Fabian says, I have Metcalf, Lockett, Corey Davis, Ed wide receiver. Do you need Henderson, Fabian? Like, what's your running back looking like? Ty says, damn, Anuj, as a famous philosopher said, you miss 100%, you don't take Wayne Gretzky Max. So there you go. Anuj says, Chris Boswell or Zane Gonzalez for kicker. Let's see. Let's see what's let me see 1 second. Let me pull up a resource here. So honestly looking at the matchups, they look pretty similar. So we're looking at Boswell Gonzalez. I would probably go. Let's go Boswell here. Steelers are against the Jags, should be able to score a decent amount, I think. Yeah, I would probably go Boswell here. Let's see. If you were to trade Keenan Allen, so Dorito, hey, what's up? Dorito Eater. If I were to trade away Keenan Allen, Terry, or Godwin for a 101 for RB with the RB or Godwin, Keenan Allen or Terry, you could probably get like a Joe Mixon, Josh Jacobs, Godwin, maybe like a. You could honestly even try for James Conner because you're buy low, you know. Did anyone clear? I have not cleared waiver yet. I don't believe. Oh yeah, I'm a huge good. Hey, I love that we have some Office fans here. Fabian says Jacobs, Hines, McKissick, and Harris. You could probably do it, Fabian, just because you actually have a decent amount of wide receivers. I don't hate it, I guess. I don't know that it's gonna make you better, but it's more of just like a swap for like bench players and hope that Henderson actually takes over the lead again. Hold on a second. I'm gonna broadcast. There's a pre. I just got a notification for like a pre. I'm gonna post this chat in a pre-game thread. One second while I shamelessly plug away. Okay. All right, all the Office fans here. Quick break from this. Who is everyone's favorite Office character? I'm very curious, and I will judge you all by your decisions, obviously. But yeah, favorite Office character, go. Okay, so let's see. Jacob, cool. I watch Office almost every day. Nice. Dorito, try and get a Miles Sanders, Josh Hader, or Nick Chubb. I like that. Jackie Selvin went. Oh, complaint. Do I take him over Harris? I would go Selvin, Jackie, because you can start him now, and then go Harris. Toby says I traded Judy for Ben Roethlisberger. Okay. Also, is Brandon McManus a good kicker for fantasy? He's all right. Let's look at McManus, right? I feel like he's been pretty average this year, right? 8th, okay, so he's okay. Pretty average. He's had 2 really good games that's like skewed him, but I would say like probably average-ish. All right, Kevin, Dwight, Michael Scott, Creed. Oh yeah, Ty, 100% Creed. Dorito says Matt Ryan or Tom Brady this week. I would probably go Matt Ryan, Dorito. Toby says, I also traded Hooper for Ebron and David Johnson. Oh, that's not bad. Fabian is, here's what I can do to take the Henderson trade. I dropped Harris and pick up Pittman and Myers off the waiver. Yes. Oh yeah, for sure. I don't even think you need to drop Harris if you can call him, but I like Pittman and Myers off the waiver for sure. Myco is just me. I am Myco. Dwight. Okay, should I start AB this week? He was probably gonna have a tougher matchup, but I rate depending on who you have. I don't think he's a bad start. My friends hate me for how much embarrassing in public. Nice. If you're Michael Scott, you wouldn't have friends. Should I try Elliott for Mostert? Jake, what's up? Welcome to the stream. I don't mind that. If you feel like you're okay, Mostert should be back this week. But if he doesn't, like, if you're okay not having Elliott this week, that's not bad. I really like Creed. Trivia question to anybody, and we'll see how this is kind of a hardcore I need to check my waivers and if everyone's on this. Hardcore sort of fan question, guys. When does Creed first talk in the office? I'd be very curious to see if anyone knows that. Creed's first talking line in the office, when is that? Alright, sorry boys, I'm gonna just look at my waivers really quick to see if I got anybody. And nothing has cleared for me. Typical ESPN. Not yet for me. But yeah, Reed and Hines, that's great for you, dude. That's really good. Okay. Halloween episode, season 2. Earlier. You know what? Okay. So, Jacob, that's what everyone thinks, right? And that's what you think? But it's not. This is actually, this is not correct. And I'll explain why in a second, if we have any more guesses. But people, you're welcome to Google. If anyone can find this, great. But I'm curious to see if anyone can, figure it out. We'll give it a few more guesses. Ira, you don't watch it? Oh, that's fine. Yeah, sorry, this is only 4. Yeah, but we can talk more. We can definitely talk more fantasy. Let's see. Let me see if I have any sleepers I want to talk about here. Otherwise, if people think it'd be fun to grade me on my starts and sits last week, I'd be happy to do that as well. Let's see. Casino night? Nope, not skipping work. Nope. Let's see. Casino night? Nope, not skipping work. Earlier. He's actually in one of the early episodes. Earlier. He's actually in one of the early episodes. In the office party. Not office party. If Taysom is starting quarterback, he is, but he won't be the starting quarterback, unfortunately. He's gonna be Jameis Winston will be. At least I think, right? I don't see anything else that says otherwise. It should be Jameis Winston for sure. Yep. Alright, Ambi says, should I start Wentz or bench him and pick up Newton? I was thinking about starting Wentz and pick up Chase on the fly. I don't have a bench spots. I think Cam is a slightly better start for this week because they're playing Houston. Bad linebackers, great for him to run. I think it's I think we go Cam here for this week. Toby says they're both taking practice and reps at QB1. Interesting. Okay. I guess I don't know that I've ever seen Taysom Hill actually start at quarterback, so all for him if he does. I guess I'm not sure that he would, but that's definitely something very much to keep an eye out for. And sorry guys, I'm just looking at my waivers, seeing nothing cleared. ESPN always seems to be late. I don't know what's up with that. Yeah. Oh well, that's okay. I should be called Fantasy Zohan? Maybe. That's funny. Your thoughts on a better NBA trade so far? CP3 to Phoenix or I think Milwaukee has made it a little bit more of like a complete team, even though I do like CP3 to Phoenix. They're going to be a decent team as well, especially with what they've shown in the bubble this year. I still think Milwaukee has like a better starting five overall. Cartwheel, pretend we're talking. All right, I'll give the answer. Scuba, let's see. I had to wait until 3 Central once for waivers. Yeah, it's takes a long time. Okay, so for all of you guys who want to know, the answer is actually the healthcare episode. This is 2005. I think this is one of the first episodes, right? Let me see which healthcare. This is the one where Michael had to pick a healthcare option for so season 1 episode 3. Okay. Nobody steals from Creed. Braden gets away with the last person to see up for sure. So yeah, third episode, season 1. He is the minecart operator. So this is when like I think Michael Scott promises like the office some sort of big surprise, and he's trying to figure out what there is to do in Scranton, and he calls the minecart place and asks about it, and that operator is actually Creed. So kind of a hard trivia question, right? Maybe if you guys ever go to trivia, you will that'll be a question, but he is the voice of the minecart operator that talks to Michael Scott while they're discussing the shaft ride. So there it is. Nice little office trivia for you all. Anyway, so I was gonna go to my videos, right? So let's look at the videos here. Let me see. So it looks like a lot of people's waivers have cleared. I want to see if there's anyone that I really like that I want to point out. Let's look at this. Trick question, right? But I did say when was the first time he had a talking line, right? And that's a talking line. Let's see. Who do you guys consider as the best wide receiver in the league right now? D-Hop, like from like pure football, maybe D-Hop or Devontae Adams, but Devontae Adams is hard to argue against for in fantasy purposes. Fact, Bear beats Battlescar Galactica. Hell yeah. 11 minutes into episode 3. There we go. Yeah. Oh, no, for sure. That was a sick play. Also, I would show the clip right now, but I did get a little notice when I tried to show the Colts Titans game, and I had to edit it out from my stream. Luckily, I didn't get any strikes, which, hey, I'm more than happy, but we've learned our lesson, and we cannot stream NFL games as we all expected. Identity theft is no joke. Millions of families suffer every year. Hopkins is one of the best, even. Oh no, for sure. I think 100%. I don't know why the Texans traded him away. That was so stupid. You have Deshaun Watson. You have D-Hop. Why would you? Like, I don't care if you have like the chat literally playing as on the rest of the Texans team. All you really need is D-Hop and Watson, and you're almost guaranteed to like get into the playoffs every year. And I mean, hell, I'm happy as a Colts fan. We don't have to worry about that anymore. So get him out of our division. Also, guys, as much as people won't agree with this, if you really need a QB, Phillip Rivers is not a bad start this week. Not a bad start at all. Especially if Jared Alexander doesn't play. Josh Reynolds is a really good stash. Alan Lazard, everyone should pick up if you can. And again, the Dolphins defense. Let's actually look at the Dolphins. I really do want to look at the Dolphins schedule here. Do they have a good playoff schedule? Let's see. Denver. Oh man, besides Kansas City, I actually really like this. Denver, New York, Cincinnati, Kansas City, New York. Sorry, New England, and then Las Vegas. That's not a bad schedule. Michael, You nerds in The Office. Ari, you gotta watch now. Your homework tonight is you gotta start binge watching The Office. Toby says, how do I feel about JT as a Colts fan? I'm not giving out on him just yet. I think he still needs to learn and develop a little bit. His biggest issue right now is with his vision. So he just needs more experience under his belt. I don't know if it's gonna come this year or if it's gonna take him another year. Unfortunately, he sort of developed a lot slower than what we expected him to and what most fantasy owners expected him to as well. So that's rough, but I by no means would call him like a bust or anything. So yeah. Burke, get them pot stickers, do it. I dare you. Everyone in chat, dare Burke. Tag him, spam tag him, and tell him to go make some pot stickers. One for every tag. We're big office nuts, yeah. And who do you want has a starting running back? Sorry, what do you mean there, Toby? I don't think I'm understanding your last sentence. Who do you want has a starting running back? Pot stickers? Oh yeah, here we go. Are we all spam tagging him? Patrick, what's up? Sorry if you answered this. Balaj or Ahmed? I like Ahmed a slightly more right now. If you had to pick one, they're both great. But I do like him because he seems like he's like the bona fide like workhorse in that team. I think Ahmed had like 21 carries, and the next running back had like 1 or 2 carries versus the Chargers, which I don't like Josh Kelly, but Josh still had I think like 7 carries to like 18 for Balaj. Obviously, I don't think that I think they're both great pickups, especially for this week and next week. If you gun to my head, I'd probably choose Ahmed just because he got like almost 100% of the carries. Ricky Jones, hey, welcome. Yeah, Patrick and Ricky, both of you guys, welcome. Yes, sorry, this is Miami schedule. We were just talking about it. I'm gonna be making a video on probably playoff stashes for defenses, but I was gonna say they're a great defense to pick up. Honestly, the only one I'm worried about is KC, but they're good. They're a solid defense. It's tough to start them for the first week of playoffs, right? But this is a juicy set of matchups going into the playoffs, especially if you're, at the edge of trying to get in. Twisted, what's up, my man? How are you? Welcome to the chat. Who do you want as a starting running back? I still want JT to get there. I think Nyheim Hines is sort of like a Darren Sproles, check down, sort of switch in. I still have faith in JT. There's a reason that he was so good in Wisconsin and one of the best college running backs stat-wise ever. We have the O-line for him, so I think he just needs to develop to the NFL speed. Patrick, no problem. Hey, all the new guys, are you guys all from Reddit, from that little post I just made? After a long week, the Dynasty era chef is back, open for Delirious 2. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Chicken pot stickers again, yeah? Roman, what's up? Hey, what's up, Reddit fam? Welcome. Glad to see y'all here. Hey, we're just kind of vibing out here, chilling, camming these waiver wires so we can snipe some guys for free. But hey, welcome you guys. I'm glad you're here. I'm not sure if you guys saw my waiver wire post earlier, but feel free to check out the video. I have all of the lists, in text for people who don't want to watch the video, so feel free. Moises, what's up, my man? All right, let me get through all this. So, Twisted, welcome back. Burke, oh yeah, you're talking about the Colts for sure. JT is dead, maybe. Thoughts on Tua? Yeah, so Roman, I think he, out of the rest of the QBs left, and guys, I'm gonna get to all your questions, so give me a quick second. So how I rank Tua is, compared to most of the other quarterbacks left, he probably still has the highest ceiling, but usually what we see with rookie quarterbacks is a lot of inconsistencies, a lot of ups and downs, right? So if you need a backup, I definitely think he's good, and he's probably a good play for certain matchups. The only other guy that's maybe questionable that has maybe an okay ceiling is probably Jameis Winston. We know him. He throws those interceptions, but he does throw a lot of touchdowns and yards, and he has the weapons in the Saints. But I do like Tua as a stash because he could, he's definitely up and down. Let's see. Imagine putting JT in Dallas 2 years ago. Hey, I think our line is better than Dallas, man. Fight me for it. All right, so Moises says, hey, came here from Reddit, Fant or Ertz rest this season, PPR league. I would, if you're picking up one to back up or go with Goddard, I would go Fant. I don't like Ertz. I don't like what I've seen. I don't think he's gonna come back and all of a sudden make a big splash. So I'm not a big Ertz fan. I think there's a lot of issues going on with Ertz in that organization as well. He's probably gone next year, so I'm not huge on Ertz at all. Toby says, it's just that O-line that it's Zeke. And, oh yeah, Zeke is really good. Twisted says, I know a big reach and I might regret it, but I traded Zeke for David Montgomery for playoffs and I'm too. I mean, hey, not a huge reach. I don't like David Montgomery that much, but he's probably on a slightly better offense, so yeah. Let's see. Kevin says, hey, Jano, quick question on Jared Alexander. We play, I like him. I don't know if he's going to play. Someone said that he may not be here, so may not be playing this week, so I think monitor him. But from at least what I've heard, most people say for IDPs, you want like people who get a lot of tackles and whatnot, right? So I think for me, it sounds like most of the time you want like middle linebackers and whatnot. 22 views, yeah, I saw that. We just got 22, 23, yeah. A lot of Reddit folks showing love here, so I appreciate y'all for coming through. All right, let's see. Ricky says, I'm going to leave a slot open so I can snipe Rashad Penny and Paris Campbell for my Irish. All right, for sure. I really hope Paris comes back this year. He was a target hog. Rivers really liked him, right? So I think if he comes back, he's going to be a great guy to own. Also, what happened to my music? Sorry, my cat's kind of all over the place right now. But I'm a little worried that Paris might not come back this year. Slightly worried, and I wouldn't be surprised. I think. Thoughts on Rashad Penny? I think he's a potentially good stash. You know, with a lot of injuries hitting Seattle, like he's a deeper stash is what I would consider for sure. Ricky Brick says, Ricky, I did a similar tackle with Dolphins Preston Williams. Yep, for sure. I think that's all great, and that all makes sense. At this point, you know, this late in the season, unless someone literally breaks their legs and we have a clear number two, like if Dalvin Cook is like on IR or like just out for the rest of the season, you know, we have the Madison, right? But to really win the waiver wire this late into the season, we really need to be going for those deeper, like big gambling plays. If you have the room, you know, just go for it, right? Those guys like Rashad Penny's, who hasn't played in a really long time, can come back and make a big impact. Those are the guys that we really need to be looking at right now and trying to stash and gamble on, because if it doesn't work out, hey, it's just a wasted roster spot. But the upside there is that you get a potential starter. So 100%, that's smart. What breed is your cat? I don't know that he has a certain breed. Just I think domestic short hair something. But I will show you guys. Oops, mic off. He has a strange tail. He like curls it up. It's not broken because I can still move it, and like he'll like when he's laying down relaxing, he'll lay out. But his tail is like curled up like whenever he's walking. I'm sure you can see like this. So I don't know if we have any vets in the house, but it's been like that for a while, and it's definitely not broken, but definitely a strange occurrence. Boys, we're at 25. Holy cow. I really hope I don't have to chug a beer at 12:30 at night, but promise is a promise. If we hit 30 concurrent viewers, if that little button here hits 30 for the first time, because we haven't done that before, we chug a beer. So let's see. I need Russell to perform better. Russell will. I mean, he's playing at MVP. He's you know, front line for MVP this year, so I think he will. All right, let's see. I want to stock on my picks for Dynasty 2020. That's not bad. Do it. Ian, what's up? Welcome. Let's see. We're giving J-Rob, A-Rob, and Duke, and you're getting. I don't like that for you, Ian. We've been talking about CMC a lot, and my worry for you is that CMC might not come back this year. Okay, CMC, like, he's out again this week, I believe. And if the Panthers are not in playoff contention, they might just like not play him. So it's a high risk, you know. If if you're confident that CMC is going to come back, I like it for you because it's essentially J-Rob and A-Rob for those two, right? Because I'm not a huge fan of Duke Johnson, but yeah, man, I don't know. It's too much of a risk for me with the potential that he might sit out for the rest of the season. Toby says, I have Metcalf, JT, Josh Jacobs, really fan. Nice, that's good stock. Holy crap, everyone get on stream with a second account, jeez. Jacob, I am 28 years old. Toby's looking to, Burke plays, I wonder who that is. Toby says, looking to trade for a first rounder to get Fields or Lance in the second. Oh, interesting. The problem with rookie quarterbacks is that, like, I feel like they're always gonna not be super consistent. You know, Justin Herbert is one of the most recent ones that's like defy that. But I mean, I don't know. Does anyone have any other examples of like a rookie quarterback literally just performing as well as Justin Herbert has been recently at all? Jacob says, one of my cats is a little kink tail. She wags her tail, so that's funny. Yeah. Waivers just cleared. Yeah, guys, check it. Waiver wires. Japan or China? China, let's go. Burke play Shed Drug Z per card, like 100%. You got a stash, right? Murray last year, he was QB. Oh, that's right. Murray was good too. Yeah, you're right. I am Chinese, if that's what you're asking, yeah. Twisted Vision says, is Justin Jefferson and Claypool, I like it. They're definitely a little bit more they're more inconsistent than someone like a T. Higgins, right? But Justin, I do like them. I think it's going to be somewhat matchup dependent because Minnesota's offense kind of sucks and because Dalvin Cook exists. Claypool because there's, you know, 5,000 other wide receivers that are also as good on that offense. But to me, I feel like Claypool does get targeted a decent amount out of that like Juju Deontay group. So I definitely don't mind it. Toby says that's why I want Fields or Lance because they can run. I agree. You know, I think they can be good. I like them, but hey, would you go with like Lance if he's on the Jets? I guess. Jacob says my cat wags her tail like a dog. It's really cute. Yeah, that's awesome. Cats can do some funny things sometimes, you know. I have both a cat and dog, and I appreciate both of them for sure. Let's see. Galladay chilling in my bench worth keeping. I think so. I mean, Galladay is a solid guy, right? Wasn't he? He was putting up some pretty big numbers as long as Stafford's not injured, which I know he had a minor injury. But like Galladay, I'm pretty sure he's been. Pretty much double digits. I don't actually know if he played in the knee game. Maybe that's when he got injured, right? But I think he's worth a hold and a start once he comes back. Nice Asian pride. There we go. Ari, are you Asian or what's your ethnicity? So, are you Korean? No, I mean that's not the right. So I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Unless. Maybe I'm smart. Is Carlos Hyde a viable option if Carson goes out again? I think he can be. There's a few people in that backfield right now, unfortunately, but I think he could be for sure. Jacob says, yes, I would keep Galladay. I agree. But Lawrence, for sure, I think will refuse to go to the Jets. I don't think anyone's going to go. I don't think anyone's going to refuse. You're fresh out of college, top pick. You stay with it. You get drafted, you get that guaranteed money. Yeah, hell yeah, keep the KDG for sure. Just should fire gates. I agree. Jimmy Neutron, welcome. Hey man, I haven't watched you since I was little, but I loved those cartoons. Welcome. I'm honored to have a celebrity in here. All right, let's see what you got. You traded Nick Chubb, Galladay, and Tony Gibson for Dalvin Cook, AB, and Wentz. Not a bad trade if you're okay at you know, I think you probably gave up a little bit more than I would have liked, but Dalvin Cook is a monster, so as long as he stays healthy and AB sort of starts having a floor of around 10, I think you're okay there. You know, Wentz obviously needs to bounce back a little bit. I don't know if you have a second QB or whatever, but I don't know that, like, I think you traded away a little bit more. Also depends on when you did it, right? Was it a few weeks ago when Chubb hasn't been here and, like, you've been able to get Dalvin for, like, the last 2 weeks? That's you know, that that depends, but like, hey, it doesn't really matter at this point, right? You have your guys, you've got a great player in Cook and AB, and if Wentz turns it around, you might be good. Galladay's injured right now. Gibson, for me, is trending down a little bit, and Chubb is, going to be Chubb. So on paper, I think you may have lost a little bit, but I don't mind it for you. I wouldn't stress over it. William Barrington, welcome, man. Trade value from Kyler Murray. What would you want in turn? Oh, Kyler Murray, he's top guy. If he's like what number 2 QB right now, right? I would probably want if I were to trade him, I would probably want like a RB1, like a top 5 RB for him. He's the number 1 quarterback, and he's putting up ridiculous averages. So I would probably want like off the top of my mind, Devontae Adams, blanking out, not Derrick Henry. Well, I mean Derrick Henry, Dalvin Cook. I would command something like that. The Jets are so bad for sure, but would you rather sit at home and risk a year of NFL experience and also risk a year of high draft position plus a lot of millions of dollars just to not go to the Jets, really? Bengals had talent, just need a QB. Jets are bad everywhere. Jets, Hawks, Super Bowl. Hey, you never know, right? Twisted, my waiver has not come in yet. If Alan Lazard, do I cancel or leave? Just leave it. Let's go, Burke. The pot stickers have stuck to the pot, and we've got takeoff. Let me just check really quick to see if my waiver's cleared, boys. Give me a second. No go on ESPN on the first league. Oh, one of them actually did go. So let me just make a few moves here really quickly. I don't understand how ESPN is just so like. It's so inconsistent with when it goes and when it doesn't. I don't understand it. Honestly, a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. We're gonna add Michael Pittman here. Actually, here, I'll show you guys. What am I doing? I'll also show you guys. Okay, so let's look at this team here. This is my good team that I made some huge trades for. 14-man team. You guys are gonna love this. I traded for Dalvin, Juju, and Travis Kelce. So this week, I mean, guys, this is actually kind of wild. So this is our team right here. Give you guys a little bit of time to just look over it. This is a 14-man team, guys. This is a 14-man team. I made some big trades because if you guys look here, I'll show you. I'm 5-5. A few weeks ago, I was 3-5, and like, look at my points for. Like, we're outscoring people by a lot, but I had bad team, right? And like, this is a 14-man, so I'm not kidding here. Like, there's some solid people in here. So made some big trades. So yeah, so I think, what we want to do here is, I honestly, starting Juju and Chase Claypool is not a bad idea against Jackson here, right? But I might not. I think I might just put in, honestly, Joe Mixon comes back, we play him here, right? But we're going to make some moves here really quickly. So I don't need Everett. I don't need Aguilar. I might drop Fulgham, but let's see what we got here. I also have Swamp. No, what's up, man? I'm also 5-5, same position as you, and have Travis Fulgham. What's your opinion? So for me, obviously, like, here's what I'll say. I don't want to drop him just yet. I want to see what I have, but I'm stacked at wide receivers that, like, I don't think I need Fulgham anytime soon. I think we need to give him another chance this week to see how things go, but I'm a little bit worried because I think with all the targets back, Fulgham mania, whatever, I don't know a clever way to call it. I think it might be over because he only blew up after all of the, all the guys in Philadelphia went down with injuries, and he was only option. Was good, but I think his time might be over. But hold for another week. Swamp, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Jacob says I'm 4-6, 6-4 with 13. Damn, that's a lot. Jimmy says, thanks for your answer. Appreciate it. Someone offer me Mahomes, Kelce, Zeke for Dalvin Cook, Boyd, and Wentz. Oh. Oh, man, that's a tough one. I like Mahomes and Kelce there. Dalvin Cook, Boyd, and Wentz. My current QB is Big Ben, Titans, and Grip. Oh. I kind of say you take it, man. I kind of say you take it. It sucks to leave. You have Kamara, right? But I think having that upgrade of Mahomes and Kelsey might cover you for Dalvin Cook. I mean, it's tough to say, right? Because Dalvin's going to be maybe putting up 30 plus every week, but I kind of like that for you, honestly, with that Mahomes Kelsey upgrade, especially after their bye. All right, Swamp, yeah, thank you again. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate the sub. Will says, thoughts on hoarding 3 QBs to prevent other teams from getting good. I don't think it's worth it. Like, see if you can use that spot to help your team out, but I don't think it's going to be that worth it. Jacob says, I started 2-4, but now I'm 5-5. Okay, good. That's good. That's what we like. Waivers clear. Let me tell you who I got. I got Harris, Pittman, Myers, Watkins, Josh Reynolds. Let's go. I don't really think you need, I don't really think we need Watkins, but, yeah. Do we actually hit 30? I don't know that we did. Can anyone confirm? Because I don't know. I saw it. Did we actually hit 30? Let's see. Shit, sorry, let me see. If it actually, I mean, I'll trust you guys. Let's see. Jimmy, hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Can how many, if we can get like actual 5 confirmation, let me see if I can go back and look. Did we actually hit? Okay. Oh, damn, we hit 30, huh? All right. Man, chat. I was about to go to sleep, but all right, let's chug a quick beer. And, all right. Hey, I promise, right? We're going to chug a quick beer and we're gonna pick up some guys. All right, let's go. Oh no. Oh no. What, I haven't got myself into it. Yeah, no, we got the confirmation. All right. So for anyone, you know, I obviously don't want to promote underage drinking. So anyone who is, oh, okay, we're gonna, let's see. We're gonna close this for a second. We're gonna bring this, all right. So for anyone who is of age, Bud Light just came out with these seltzers, this like holiday pack. There's like peppermint patty, apple crisp, ginger snap, and cranberry or something, and it's not great. Do it just for you know, you can just do it for you know, the holiday spirit, but all right. And this is cold. This is a cold seltzer at, gosh darn, 12:30 in the morning. Sponsor, right? Yeah, Bud Light. If you're seeing this, if you sponsor me, I will chug a beer every time I stream. I probably shouldn't have said that because someone now in chat is gonna go and send that clip to Bud Light, huh? All right. See, now I hope you guys don't judge me for either. I haven't chugged in a while, I feel like, so we'll see how long this takes, but we're gonna do it. All right, let me just, you know, not so cool. All right, boys, so I guess we'll do a quick toast. So I know we got one more sub tonight, but hey, we did pretty well today, actually. 171. I think we started at like I'm pretty sure we started at 161. So like 9-10 subs today was great. So cheers to everyone that's made it happen. Cheers to everyone who's you know, been here since the start and continues to come, and all the new guys. And for hitting 30, let's try and hit 50 next time, right? Cheers, boys. Damn, I should have did that by the mic. All right, let's do it. Just for you guys. It's so cold. It's so cold. Holy cow. It wasn't bad. It's just so cold. All right. Cheers. Whew. Whew. Man, I questionable promise, huh? Questionable promise. I hope that doesn't influence anybody who was underage, because I mean, I don't know if our third graders still here, but cheers to Bud Light. To prove you guys, I mean, there might be dribbles left to prove that it's well, I don't know if you guys hear it, but so it is empty, and I'm a man of my word. So 40 ounce. If we put 40, I think we're gonna have to go a little bit higher than that. We'll make the next one at 50. We have big expectations for our channel and our community here, so we might have to do 50. But hey, listen, if we're having a good time one of these late nights, we might have to well, maybe we'll do something fun. 40 ounce for 80 G's. Just Edward Scissorhands. Actually, guys, yes. All right, well, I probably shouldn't say this, but since I'm a beer and I already blacked out, I will consider doing okay, so I won't chug, but if we hit like a steady 80 viewers, I will consider doing an Edward Scissorhand. For those of you that don't know what an Edward Scissorhand is, again, I hope the cops don't come for, Edward 40 hand. I feel there's too many younger guys here, so this is probably bad, but pretty much probably gonna end up like one of these guys, but essentially, we'll consider it, okay? If we, before the end of the year, okay? Before the end of the year, if we can hit 80 concurrent viewers at a time, we will think about doing Edward 40 hands. Alternatively, if we are, I mean, this is going to be a big one. If we are able to, if we do hit 500 subs by the end of the year, we will do something stupid for sure as well. So, hit up your family, grandparents. This is the holiday season for togetherness and gathering, and to just say, hey, youtube.com. And guys, I have my own custom link. I don't know what I did, but if you just go to youtube.com/my name, boom, we got a custom channel, boys. We got a custom channel. Omid Motamani, welcome. Thank you for the sub. But yeah, we got that custom channel, so you don't have to, when you do share this link, it doesn't have to be like, Russian like secret rocket code like that to get to my channel. All you have to do is now put in my name, and boom, we're here. If someone does get me, if anyone gets me a Bud Light sponsorship from that clip, you get automatically modded, and if it's one of my mods, we'll figure out something special for y'all. Okay, got some decisions to make. Gonna need some help. Yeah. No, we can. we had our fun. We can go back to fantasy now. No, but that was good. That was good. Omid, welcome. Omid, are you from Reddit as well? And hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right. But yeah, are you from Reddit? Let's see. You trying to take it, Burke, give him the rundown on David Moore. Welcome. Hey, I'm glad someone posted that thread. It's funny because I think this is actually a really fun little thing for people to join, and I didn't obviously want to self-promote too much and just make a post about it, so saw that real quick and snuck my link in there. But hey, welcome. All right, so let me get through these questions, and hey, Joshua, welcome as well. I'm gonna get to everyone here. So let's see. So Toby, so William says, thoughts on Mixon second half breaking out like last year with cold weather? I think so. I like Mixon even before he got injured. As long as he's back, I do like him a lot. Toby says, so at RB, Harris or Edmonds, I like Harris a little bit more if Sonny Micho isn't back. I feel like he's not going to play this week, so I like Sonny a little bit. Brick says, I clipped that, I'll see what I can do. Hey, we'll see, man. Listen, with great mod privilege, with great mod power or privileges comes great responsibility, whatever it is. Spider-Man. So Omid, the thing with David Moore is I actually talked about him as a deep smash, but Burke here is our in-house Seattle fan, and it seems like they're gonna be spreading the ball around a little bit more. But okay, so let's see. While you answer that, Josh Lazard worth pickup. Absolutely, Josh. Hope it's okay if I call you Josh. Let me know if you prefer Joshua, but absolutely, he should be that wide receiver too that Green Bay really needs. If he's available, go pick him up right now. I really think you should, because you know, I don't want to overhype him, but I mean, let's look at his production here, right? Oh yeah, I actually have him. I've been stashing him. If you look at his production from before he got injured, not bad, you know, bad game against Detroit, but like the production's there. So I think he is the guy to own over Marquez Valdez-Scantling, whatever it is, MVS. I like him as a stash, and you know, if he's gonna be the number 2 for Aaron Rodgers, I love it. I love it. Jacob says my waivers still haven't cleared. Edmonds plays Seattle. Yeah, I still think, you know, if Sonny doesn't play, Harris should be the lead back there, so he should be able to get it. Burke says, so okay, so it says, should I start Robbie Anderson? Said Burke says there's more Hart Swain all coming, but they're used in special cases not really consistently. Then this is a long question. Go for it, Toby. We'll get to it. With great power comes whatever. Yeah, there you go. So Will says CH rest of season thoughts. I still am pretty high on him. You know, obviously he's not living up to like that top 7 pick, but I still think he's, you know, a first rounder. Toby says, should I drop Watkins for? I will drop Watkins for Lazard. Absolutely. I don't think Watkins is going to be that useful this year. He never really has, right? Last year he tricked everybody by having that really good one game, and then like I don't think he did anything else. Break says, yeah, Ahmed waste every play. Robbie Moore's only upside is very random TD that he gets. Yep, okay. Yep, there you go. Listen, hey guys, you come to the stream. We have dedicated fan bases from each team to provide you with the most insightful information. Richard says, do I start Goddard or Zhou? Let me look. So right now I'm leaning Goddard, but let me look at their matchups. Yeah, I like Goddard a little bit more here, Richard. I think I don't know what happened to Zhou, but he kind of just disappeared off the face of the earth. So I don't really know what happened to Zhou. They're playing a tough defense this week as well, so I mean, Zhou got that 1 touchdown last week too, right? And like I think he's been a little bit more worthy, but I feel like Goddard probably with the targets is a little bit safer. Is Pittman should be picked up? Yes, and that reminds me. Just to show you that I'm not just saying that, Irie. Here. Picking up Pittman right here. We're gonna drop Nelson Aguilar. Do we want to drop him? Let me just make sure. Yeah, we're gonna drop Nelson here, I think. Whatever. We're gonna drop him here. So, boom. Pittman picked him up for you. Twisted says, do I keep Jamal Williams and Tony Pollard? I know they're backups, but get touches. Yeah, so I do like them. Both of them actually kind of get a decent amount of touches even when their stars are there, and they're both top tier handcuffs. So I think unless you need someone else, I do like keeping them. Ambi says, we'll drop Hooper or Goddard for Taysom Hill for a season. Probably would keep Goddard, I think. That's a tough one. They're both very similar, right? Both going to be one of the primary targets on the team. Maybe Goddard. I would probably keep Goddard here. Element says, also, anyone have a tip for a good streaming QB for week 11? I'm thinking about Ben Roethlisberger, Newton, Burrows. Yeah, for sure, yeah. So, Element, go check out my start video for this week. I actually do think, for me, go check out my waiver wire pick video for this week because I have a list of quarterbacks. I'm going to be doing a start sit video for Thursday, but I actually, we've been talking about it, and I actually do kind of like Newton this week, mainly because he plays a really weak run defense in Houston, and that's where he makes his money. So I'm going to be doing a little bit more research and homework on it. Come back for the Thursday streamer video or, honestly, the Reddit post. But I will have a list of good, QBs to start who are not just the most obvious starts. Right now, Ben is good, right? Ben and Newton, I think, are both good. Ben is playing a really bad defense as well, so I would say Ben and Newton right now, based off just the matchups without looking into the numbers, are good. Noah says, should I trade Keenan Allen, James Robinson, Robbie Anderson, and ooh, I kind of like that. I actually kind of like that, Noah. I kind of like that. William says, thanks for staying up. Oh no, for sure. Hey, Tuesday nights are fun. We just waiver camp, put some chill music in the background. It's nice. Could Brandon Cooks be the most productive? He definitely could. Him and Will Fuller could both be productive enough to warrant that like high wide receiver 2, low end wide receiver 1 status. So I definitely think so. Toby says, okay, at flex, Lazard, Pittman, Reynolds, Edmonds, Rieger, Judy, Kirk, AB. Like I said, I'll have a better answer for you on Thursday, Toby, but I think right now I would probably go Kirk, Pittman if Jared Alexander isn't playing, and maybe AB or Lazard, maybe AB to be a little bit safer. Burke says, man, I got signed out of my Gmail because I got 3 young kids on the stream. Man, so you kind of tricked me into, drinking that. Josh says, is Zach Ertz worth a Ross? I don't think so. He didn't show us anything much. It's hard for me to trust that he's going to all of a sudden turn it up once he comes back, so I don't think so. William says, no, I vote yes. Perfect. Hey, that's great. I'll admit for sure. Definitely. Good luck with that, and yeah, I'll definitely, Jacob says Ertz has averaged like 7. Has he actually? Let's look. Maybe he has, but I feel like the production hasn't been there, right? Let's go to Philly here, and all tight ends Ertz. You're right. I mean, he has been averaging a lot of targets, but like the production just hasn't been there, right? I don't know. You're right? I love targets as well, but that's rough. I don't know what's going on with that. To me, the production just hasn't been there. Like, it's not the Zach Ertz that we drafted him for, is what I'll say. Justin Bieber's in chat. What's up? We had Jimmy Neutron earlier, and now we got Justin Bieber. Let's go. Oh man, just put in a claim for Michael Pittman. Perfect. I love it. Yeah, keep an eye out. I think it's a great play if Jared Alexander doesn't play. I sure forgot Myers. Go get him. Burke says no. It was before when we were at 20 and spending forever. Nice. All right, that's fine. It's all good. So between Kirk, AB, and Pittman deserves Jared doesn't play for sure. Exactly. How did you end up with such a nice team? Big trades. I traded I traded away Watson and David Johnson, and I also traded away. Damn, who else did I trade away? 2 others. I think I just drafted one and was pretty active on the waiver wire. So I traded for Dalvin Cook, Juju, and Travis and Joe Mixon essentially. Jackie says, just in case I don't get Damian Harris, Salvon, Balaj, or keep Salvon, Balaj, or keep Henderson, or even Hyde if Carson goes out. If you want something more, the entire Philly defense has been injured. Defense could just be focused. Oh, for sure. I mean, hey, yeah, I think the good point in bringing up the targets. I think that's definitely worth a look, but I guess I wouldn't start him until I see a little bit more production. Let's see. Jackie, if you need someone this week and next week, I would probably go Salvon and then Balaj. Kirk plays Seattle, exactly. I'm going Pittman and Kirk, I guess. Yeah, because if Jared doesn't play, the Packers aren't going to have any good defensive backs. Jared is like their best and only back. I think Kevin King is also there, but I don't know if I think he might be injured as well. So I like their matchups is what I'll say at least. Will says, is Wilkins worth holding? Could drop for Jacob. I would definitely go with Booker over Wilkins. Wilkins is fool's gold. I would not trust him. Josh, welcome. Defense you're rostering for playoffs. So yeah, we've been looking at it, and I've been telling people I will make a video on defense. What do you call it? Defense to stash, and I'll post it on Reddit. I'm assuming you're from Reddit as well. I like Miami a lot. Miami has a good matchup. That's the one that you could probably still get off of waivers. The Colts, I don't think are available anymore. But there are some juicier matchups. I'll let you know. But for now, I'd say if you could get Miami, get them, because they're gonna be a good play for the next few weeks. Their only tough matchup is against KC. Otherwise, they have a pretty good matchup. Wow, Zhou, a smart move on trading Watson. I know, I got lucky with DJ. Really lucky with DJ. That sucks. That's not even skill. I'm not even gonna take credit for it. That's just pure luck. Zohan actually picked up my Pittman live. Yeah, there you go. Josh says, I say the Browns defense. The Browns could be. They get a lot of sacks, right? Who else are you picking up? So we'll get to it after we answer these questions, Irie. No Carlos Hyde. Not as much, just because it sounds like by the time he's back, Carson will be back too. So that's the only thing. Josh, you got Miami. Perfect. Yeah, no, Toby, yo, the chat is pretty lively at 1 a.m. Pacific. I don't know if most people are West Coast, but I know we have a decent amount of East Coast folks in here, so I appreciate all of you guys. Second chunk if we hit 40, just to make sure I can wake up by 8 a.m. tomorrow for my actual work, you know? Let's see, Irie, let's see, Harmon, welcome. This is Mo, I see, yeah, this is lit. I appreciate all of you guys so much. All right, let's see what else we can hunt for. Eagles offense sucks. That's why every player on the Eagles is super inconsistent. They need an OC induction. Yeah, yo, we sniped Frank Wright from them, right? That's been yeah. Favorite Bud Light seltzer? They all suck, Burke. They all suck, honestly. If we, yeah, they I mean, they're not bad, but this one kind of tastes like a sugary chalk, is what I'll say. Omen says, is stacking Kirk with, do you have a good move? I typically don't love starting those two. It's probably okay, but I would maybe throw in Pittman there instead. All right, so let's take a quick break. Let's look at this. We'll make one up for my email. All right, so okay, we're pretty good at running backs here, right? Joe Mixon is questionable. That's the only thing I'm worried about. We're too stacked at wide receiver, so I think we're gonna get rid of Gerald Everett tonight. Maybe we pick up a defense, right? Maybe so who do we have right now for defense? We have Washington, which is a great play against Cincinnati this week, I think. So if we look at our defenses, Miami's unfortunately not available here. Do the Chiefs? We'll have to think a little bit about stashing here. Will says fast on Jameis Trust got him. I think he has a potential. He'll be a risk to play this week for sure, but he slings it, right? He'll get the interception, but he'll still get touchdowns and yards. I think he has weapons. I think he's potential QB2 play this week. Definitely a risk to start someone who hasn't been there, but it could pay off, right? He's got the weapons, even if he just checks down to Kamara. Seahawks, Browns, Rams play the Jets. Exactly. I honestly think the Jets are being a little bit undervalued. We might start seeing a trend towards away from the Jets into the playoffs. That's all I think. That's just gut feeling. Are you gonna drop Curtis 50 Cent tonight? I don't think so. I still like him. See, honestly, I think we want to stash here, right? So Sonny could be a good stash. Lamico actually kind of like a little bit. How's he been doing? Not good. Ethan, hey, what's up, man? Welcome. That's funny you bring that up. So I compared Jacoby over the last few weeks to Fulgham because I feel like his hype and his steam really picked up very similar to Fulgham, right? A lot of targets, number one option on that team. Yes, I agree with you. I think Myers has a little bit more of an upside because he's still going to be that primary target. while, you know, I don't think Fulgham is droppable yet. We see him for another week and see what happens. But I'm a little worried that his time might be over because all the other guys are back. You know, with Fulgham, he really became relevant when everyone was injured and he was one of the only options, right? So maybe Wentz just doesn't look his way anymore. Maybe. Jacob, this is a 14-man league. I am proud of this. I am proud of this team. Ari says I like Michael as well. Hey, Milo Mack is right here. Denzel Mims is also something that people should look at. His targets have been like, you know, up there-ish. I don't know what happened with KC, but like his targets have been going up there, and like look for him next week. You know, I'll probably put him as a stash next week for my waiver wire video, but or no, sorry, he's playing this week. He was a stash last week, so that's someone to look at as well. I don't think I have Ahmed, unfortunately. I do need a running back, so I think out of this, I'm gonna go for. How did Ryan Nolly do this week? Oh yeah, it's not very good. Okay, so Cordero Patterson went pretty. Honestly, Rashad might be. I don't think I need to pick him up just yet, right? Honestly, I think I'm gonna pick up Devontae here. I don't think Devontae's a bad pickup. Good handcuff for Josh Jacobs, and he's been, you know, if we look here, he's been producing, right? 3 touchdowns in the last 2 weeks. Not bad. I think actually I'm gonna go with him as a security blanket here. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, let's see where we at. Let's answer some more questions. Is Leif both worth a stash, or I think there are better, like he's definitely worth a stash, right? Because anything could happen, and that's one of the most explosive offenses, Ahmed. I think there are better options, but if you don't have a lot of good options, he's a good stash. Nick says LaMichael will be relevant, might be the feature back. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. It's still the Jets, you know. I guess I haven't seen a lot that it's promising. But I agree with you. He could be worth a spot. Josh says empty bench spot: P. Ryan, Kelly, Booker, Dobbins, or Hyde. I like Booker. I mean, you just saw me there, and your chat probably came in while I was still scrolling through. But I kind of like Booker there. Booker than P. Ryan, I would say. Vian says if I don't get my targets, do I go for Perriman, P. Ryan, Hardman, or Reynolds? Any suggestions? Yeah, I would say probably P. Ryan, Reynolds, and Perriman. Reynolds is gonna be a tough guy. I have him as like a stash for the next, like a hibernate for the next 2 weeks with a really, really good schedule going to the playoffs. So if that's what you're looking for, I like Reynolds' playoff schedule a lot. Tristan said Denzel Mims is a beast, but is on the Jets. Yeah, for sure. Man, Burke says my debit card apparently got hacked somehow. Just found out about it through. Oh, that's rough. Well, is it because you made it like from a different guy, like a vendor or something, where like it was maybe too late and like the bank just thought like it was scam because you're either like doing it for a completely different vendor or like just late at night? Because that a lot of times the debit cards will do that. I think they just moved Rashad to IR. Okay, gotcha. The end 1 carries 10 yards. Yeah. But yeah, Burke, see if it's because maybe you made a purchase super late at night, because a lot of times that happens, or if you made a purchase to like yeah, I think a lot of times that's what it is. If you make like a purchase late at night, like unusual times, or like to a merchant that you usually don't, they'll just be like, well, this is unusual behavior, so we don't like it. All right, let's look at our other not so impressive teams. Okay, so sniffling tonight, my bad. Okay, well, this ESPN league has not cleared, so that's rough. Let's look at this other one. Has this cleared at all? Let's see, recent activity. This is not cleared either. That's rough. Whatever happened to the Spice guy? That was, I don't know. That was a little strange. we got some security against him today. Well, we didn't get against him, but like, you know, we got some mods to watch him. But I don't know. That was strange. I mean, honestly, like maybe he was just trying to like participate. I know he came off as very trolly, but at least like he wasn't like too disrespectful or harmful. So he was just looking for love, man. Jacob says, should I stash Devontae Booker or Tony? I prefer Devontae a little bit more because the Raiders look like they may be leaning towards more of a run game, and he's been getting a lot more usage. Tony Pollard is still going to be somewhat useful, but has a way lower floor, and I think he's on a worse offense. So I prefer Devontae Booker here, Jacob. It was right after I paid for street parking using their app. That's weird, yeah. I mean, that might be it. I don't know if you do it regularly or what, but he said I should eat some. Oh, really? Okay, well, that's not good. Nick Moore, start Jonathan Taylor. Man, I'm trying to decide what I should say. I see. I don't give up on him, right? I don't want to give up on him just yet. And he's got a good matchup. Depends on who else you have. I probably am going to start him in this league that I have right here. OG, what's up? Greetings from Hawaii. Hey. You have Claypool, Deontay as wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2. Need help with flex? Yeah, go for it. Mark Lee. Hey, what's up? Welcome. Yes, absolutely. Pick up Michael Pittman if you have the option. Duke Johnson or Balazs? I like Balazs here, OG. Reason I like that because I think Balazs is just a better back. He's going to be featured a little bit more. And if we look at the NFL, if they look at their matchups, Chargers are playing. Let's see, Chargers are playing. Man, I always have such a hard time looking at this. Where are the Chargers? Chargers playing the Jets, and Texans are playing the Patriots. So I would absolutely go Balazs. I think I've given up until I see different. What do you mean, Nick? And no, this is I need to readjust this. I actually am pretty decent here, 8-2, but I definitely need to readjust a little bit. Guys, who was the other Hawaii guy that we had in chat? And that's also someone that was like OG, but hasn't been here for a while. I don't know, Burke or like Ty or anyone else here remembers, or Irie. There was someone from Gilbert, that's what it was. Good thoughts. Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while. OG, but yeah, welcome. I would definitely go Balazs here. Jacob, I would start Claypool, AJ Brown, or Jefferson over Taylor. Oh no, for sure. Yeah, sorry guys. This hasn't been. I actually haven't set this up yet. I'm just looking at it this week. I actually don't know if I'm going to start AJ Brown. He has a tough matchup this week and next week. I would probably, I could probably do something like, I would maybe do something like this here, right? To let Jonathan figure out what's going on. Honestly, Chase is also a great start here as well. So we've got options. Here, but I'm not too concerned about this. I think we're good here. OG, no problem. Are you from Reddit as well? I guess my little, there's a few people here from Hawaii, we got people from all over the place, honestly. There's also somebody, it's just bad memory, honestly, and I apologize. There's also someone that we used to have that was from Texas, I believe. Checking, oh, perfect. Hey, well, welcome, man. We stream a lot and we do weekly content, so feel free to come by the channel whenever you want. And it's a great community. As you see here, there's a lot of people still active this late, and we all help each other out. So, hang out here, come by in the future. We would love to see you again. I'm Global Fantasy Zone, yeah, right? With all my 23 viewers, compared to any other fantasy streamer who probably gets what, like a few thousand at a time. OG, so Gronk or Goddard for this week. Let me look at their matchups. 1 second. Okay, so Tampa Bay has Rams, and the Eagles have the Browns. I lean Gronk a little bit more, even though he has a tougher matchup. But I think they're probably going to be like pretty similar on my eventual rankings for Thursday's content. I probably lean Gronk a little bit more here. Oh, rest of the season. I kind of like. It's hard to go against Gronk because he's been producing, right? I think Goddard is coming back and he's going to be still fighting for targets. So I probably lean Gronk a little bit here, OG. But yeah, I understand. Yeah, right. I think it just took a little bit of time for him to and Brady to like really get that chemistry back. But yeah, I mean, it sucks that AB's there to take away content, to take away targets as well. But you know, I think it's fine. I think he's still going to be relevant, and I think Brady's still going to look for him in the end zone. Honestly, Mark says Godwin or Pratchett. I go Godwin here just because he's the better wide receiver, and because it sounds like Drew Lock won't be here, honestly, and it just sounds like Drew Lock might not play, so I don't really trust anyone on Denver with whatever backup quarterback they have. Baby Steps, is your first year starting this up, right? Yeah, for sure, Irie. Oh yeah, no rush at all. I mean, hey, I kind of like this. I like I like being able to, you know, try and keep up with chat anyways. But yeah, this is my first year. I started this channel, I think just about maybe 5-6 weeks ago. So yeah, we're very new. But this is fun. I love it. I love you guys. Like, I mean, this is the community is awesome. He came through in the 4th on Sunday for sure. Yep, for sure. Burke says Goddard just dropped in the league. I picked up Reed on value him. Ooh. Probably, honestly, I know this is gonna sound surprising, but maybe a little bit overburdened just for like the floor at least. Peter, welcome, man. You don't think the Vikings are just gonna run it down the? No, I very much think so, right? And I think there's a lot of trap to people playing Dallas because I think because their defense is so bad, you don't actually think, like, everyone thinks, oh, you know, I have a running back, I have a tight end, I have a wide receiver. Everyone thinks everyone's gonna score, but that's not always the case. Game script might just go to, you know, honestly, maybe Alex Madison this week. I 100% agree. Again, guys, I literally just I came to this because I wanted to see if waivers change, but you know, Claypool could go here. A lot of people can go here. We were just looking to see, you know, if we can make some changes here, but it doesn't look like this has gone through. And let's see if this one has gone through. This one hasn't gone through either, so still waiting a little bit. All right, let's see. Is Antonio Brown worth a roster spot or drop him? I think he's worth a roster spot, but I don't know that I would drop any of the guys you have there. Maybe Lazard. I would probably say like AB or Lazard, whoever you like. How long is Breeze out? Let's see. I don't think we know yet. I just know he has multiple rib fractures and a collapsed lung. Let's see if this says anything. Oh no. Oh, so this one down here says anywhere from 3 to 6 weeks, so a while, unfortunately. Thoughts on Lazard versus AB? AB is already proven. I lean AB a little bit more, but Lazard definitely has a high ceiling because he's going to be the number 2 for Rodgers as opposed to like the number 2.5, 3 for Brady. So right now I lean AB just because we're starting to see that production pick up, but Lazard might have this higher ceiling. Giving Burton one more week after all the promotions we gave? Yeah, I agree. Yo, Ari, don't say that. That hurts my feelings, man. I agree though. He has had 2 bad weeks. Omid, do I start Balaj at flex or Pittman? I like Balaj for like a little bit more solid floor. Pittman is gonna depend on whether or not Jair Alexander actually plays or not. That's the big thing. Jackie says I blocked Fulgham for Taysom Hill. Let's do it. Let's get it. Don't even look back. Rather have Logan Thomas. Yeah, Logan Thomas, his floor has steadily been going up. I don't disagree with you. And hey, you know, obviously you guys all know I'm a Colts fan, but I'm not gonna give you guys like too biased of opinions to like ruin your fantasy. But I agree. Logan Thomas has had, honestly, compared to other tight ends as well, he's had very, very solid floor so far. Yeah, he hates Burton. OG says I dropped Fulgham and Boyd, played Deontay and Claypool, working out. Hey, that's smart. That's, you know, it's rare when you can play 2 wide receivers from the same team, but there's a few that we can do this year, I feel like. Ari, the only week I played Burton, he gave me 1 or 2 points. Yeah, that's rough. The week I picked Burton up, he scored 20, but I didn't get him to start. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's how it always works, right? We need some Burke magic in here. Burke, unluckily for me, I committed to Burton before he dropped off my roster and his log. Oh, that's right, yeah. That's still a really interesting rule, but hey, I guess kind of it's interesting. It's not bad. It makes you think. It makes you really be really careful with your picks. Jackie says both Naeem and Damian got claimed because I had no. Oh, that's right. It's all right. Hey, we'll figure out who else you can pick up. You know, it's all right. Yeah, Pittman's good. Pittman's very close. I remember one where he was like right outside the end zone. OG, best defense rest of the season. I can't give you an answer just yet, OG, and I apologize. I will be coming out with a video, so you know, feel free to sub for that content. But you know, so what I'm gonna do is put out like what my recommendations for defense stashes for like different parts of the week and just overall. One I really like is Miami, and we've been talking about them. If we look here, Miami has honestly a really good schedule, and even if they didn't, they still have like what do you call it? They're a good team. So this is what they have left, and the only one I'm concerned about is KC. So I do like Miami a lot. Oh, do you play Kirk or not? Because if I bench AJ Brown and Higgins, only to get them. Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, let me think about that. We'll talk a little bit Burke. But that's a tough one, man. Toby says he would. Seattle, yep. You like Browns and Rams? Yeah, Browns. Rams have a decent schedule, right? Okay, let's pull that up. Rams have it's an okay schedule. Like New York Jets, sure. These are more just like one-off, you know, one-off, two-off ones, essentially. So I think I'm gonna try and look for stuff that's at least gonna be a little bit more long-term. It also looks like this just went through, so we're gonna have to make some moves here. Will drop Dobbins for Pittman? Both would be probably. I like Pittman a little bit more. I think the Dobbins was just all hype. I didn't buy into it that much. I think Jackie says I think I'm just gonna wait till Mixon's status to make a move at this point because I don't know anyone. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's completely fine. That's completely fine. Aaron Jones is frustrating. He should have a better game moving forward. Mostert also comes back next week, so yeah, exactly. There you go. He might come back this week, Jackie. There's a chance. I'm leaning with my gut because I'm a Hawks fan. I want Kirk not to do well, so I can't have him playing without being. There you go. Hey, listen, fantasy is fantasy, but part of it is also being able to cheer your team and fantasy. So it's all about the experience. Greg Waltz, welcome. Greg DeSantis. Do you think Taysom Hill would eventually lose his tight end eligibility, or do you think he's worth a pickup? I think he's worth a stash. He's someone that we've been talking about heavily tonight. I think he has a similar low floor compared to other tight ends left on the waiver wire, Greg. But I do think he has a high ceiling because he's that backup quarterback, and they might try and get a little bit more creative with how they use him. Obviously, all speculation. I'm not a Saints fan. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I could definitely see him getting involved a little bit more now that Jameis is the guy. Did you guys pick up the Cleveland defense, or should I pick up Bucks? Cleveland's not a bad pick for this week. They're playing the Eagles. Is Cam Akers worth a pickup? I think he's worth a stash for sure. Greg Brick says he's always had the eligibility, so he wouldn't lose it. I don't think he would either, especially in ESPN. Toby says it's been all hype and lies from McVay's. Yeah, it is. It has been. That backfield is. I thought Henderson was a guy to go, but after he got injured, he came back. I don't know what's gonna happen, honestly. How you feel about James Robinson versus Steelers? I think the volume is gonna make him a play. You know, solid like RB2 with upside. I think. I know most people are going to say bench him, but this dude's a stud, right? This dude is the number 4 running back in the league. If this was like Derrick Henry, you guys would be playing him, right? If this was Dalvin Cook, you guys will be playing him, right? Even if it's against it. And hey, I'm not saying James Robinson's as good as him, but like he's in that tier with how he's been producing, even with a bye. So I feel comfortable playing him for sure. Josh says, I have Hurst, but Goddard's on waivers. I don't think, if you have Hurst, I think you're fine, honestly. Hurst has been getting the production, and he's been playing really well for the last 4 weeks. I think you could keep him, honestly. Twisted says, for running backs, I got Aaron Jones, J. Rob, and David Montgomery for playoffs. I feel confident. Hey, that's good. Pittman or Curtis 50? I'm going to say Pittman as a Colts fan, I guess. Green Bay or Chargers D this week? Let me look at this. So Green Bay's playing the Chargers. I know I talked about because they're playing. I don't know if I would play the. Let me see. Sorry, give me a second. Let me look through this. I think I like the Chargers a lot more. From right now, let me see. Let me just look up one more thing about their roster. I go Chargers here. I think the Colts are going to be able to pay out some points against them. New nickname, Mike's sick, right? You never know. All right, so this team, I really need some Hail Marys, guys. So. Let's see if Joe Mixon starts or not. I actually need a quarterback here too. Rough. This is really, I don't know if I mean, maybe I start Ryan Tannehill here, maybe. But let's see who we have here, because this is not good. OG says, I also have Aaron Jones, J-Rob, and I just picked up Duke Johnson and Eckler off of waivers. An hour ago, I got Big Ben, Gronk, Claypool. Oh, nice. Hey, that's a huge pickup, dude. That's a huge pickup. Good for you. AJ Green busted last week, right? Oh yeah, he absolutely did. That's not good. How many targets did he have any targets? 5. Wow, okay. Interesting. Nyheim Hines, I think I'm gonna try and pick up here, honestly. I don't know who to drop though. This is a frustrating team to figure out who to drop. I'm gonna just drop Jalen Reagor, whatever. I don't want to deal with that. I think he's still gonna like slowly trend up. I don't think he's gonna be like a 20-point guy for me, so I want guys who can do stuff. Let's see. Honestly, I wonder if I have to drop Logan Thomas for Trey Burton here. I'll have to think about that. Logan Thomas, guys, he's had an okay floor. Keelan Cole went off last week. He had 7 targets. He's playing Pittsburgh this week. I don't think it's gonna be a big play. How did Richie James? I know we talked about Richie James. Did he get more targets? He got 5 targets. Okay, makes sense. Cordero obviously did well last week as well. Isn't that the only reason? That's it. Yeah. Hey, I mean, that's how nicknames come, right? I heard from someone else that he's the only Curtis. Oh, interesting. That's actually really interesting. I can see that. I guess I can't really think of any other Curtises. Is Debo a buy low? Depends on like when you need him, right? Do you need him now, or do you like are you stashing him for this? If you stash him for the playoffs, sure. Yeah, guys, I wonder if I need to play Phillip Rivers over Ryan Tannehill this week, honestly. Baltimore's a tough defense to go up against. He's been actually okay in the last 4 games here. Maybe even Alex Smith, check down king. He threw, you guys, look at this. Guys, he threw 55 times. He has over 700 yards. He has 715 yards over the last 2 games. You know, here's what I'm thinking. I think I might have to go, maybe I have to go Phillip Rivers, or I might go Taysom Hill in my tight end spot here too, honestly. Whatever, we're low here. We're low here. We're gonna drop Jacoby. Sorry, Jacoby. Wait, or Trey? Trey's gone already. Damn. I already dropped Trey. I think we're gonna. Do I drop Mike Williams because he has a good matchup against New York Jets this week? That's tough. That's really tough. I don't know who to drop for Taysom here. I'm gonna drop Mike Williams, I think. What are you guys finishing fantasy team names? Yeah. Kelvin Dog, Snoop's first name. Nice. I like it. I like it. We actually had that come up earlier today. There were some interesting ones today for sure. Yeah, I'm dropping Mike Williams here. We'll see. I don't know how I feel about starting. I'll have to mess around with this a little bit. I might start. We'll see. We'll see. I don't think Mike Davis gets a start. We might start Antonio Brown. I like Jacoby here. Just need to figure out wide receiver 2. I really don't know if I like. I mean, look at Ryan Tannehill here. Like, just not great. Not great. I can't afford another like 10-point performance from here. Not even average. Welcome. Can you rate my trade PPR? I traded James Conner and Moss for Swift. I think it's okay. I think it's a little bit of an overpay because the guy bought James Conner low from you is what I'll say. But Swift could very well be trending upwards right now. So I think, I do like James Conner. I think he just had a bad game. And Moss is, kind of like a low RB, like an RB3 kind of play. It's all right. I probably would have rather kept James Conner, but Swift might blow up the rest of the season. You never know. Logan Thomas better. Yeah, maybe. Hey, I for me, I just like the offense a little bit better when it comes to the Colts. That's the only reason why. I know, right? You might make me chug another beer for that, man. Seattle here, too much cocaine tonight. Yeah, wait. I wonder, Will, if you live, are you saying you live in Seattle? Because I wonder how close you are with Burke. James just got McKissick off of waivers. Hey, that's awesome. Great. That's good for you, dude. That's a great pickup. Greg says Devontae Freeman with keeping for the playoffs, or do you think Godwin? I think it's still Devontae's. I think it's still Devontae when he gets back. I guess I'm a little iffy on how long he's actually gonna be out for, right? A lot of these IRs we've seen, we think people are gonna be back in 3 weeks, but they really haven't. So it depends on if you have someone else to stash there or potentially use. If you don't, you can definitely just keep Devontae. Whoa, duh, man, what's going on tonight, man? You came in here kind of hot. How are you doing tonight? What's going on? Yeah, we've got some Seattle boys in here. It's always fun to see people from the same place. It's kind of cool. All right, let's see here. We're gonna. Let's go ahead and. Yeah, Berg, I think we can go ahead and exercise our. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but feel free to exercise your newly acquired powers if you like. Anyways, Me Too as from Seattle, or Me Too as in too much cocaine also? That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Both. All right, let's. I don't know what's going on, man. All right, well, okay. Oh, anyways, yeah, I'm concerned about Tannehill this week. Honestly, I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I think he could be. I don't know if he's a. Sorry, Kellis. Screw up. I missed your question. Oh, my bad. Okay. Yeah, sorry. I completely missed that. Okay. 4-6 PPR, 6C makes it 610C. We keep whoever we want. Ryan, DJ, DK. Okay. Oh yeah. So I think we talked about this earlier. So you're saying AJ Brown, Jefferson, D100. Trade my 3rd round pick. Really a 6 for Anderson. Sorry, which Anderson are we talking about here? It's late. I'm missing. Which Anderson are you talking about here? Sounds the best pizza. That man is from Wuhan. Yeah, no, that's perfect, Burke. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh, Robbie Anderson. I know, right? So popular, so popular. If it's really a 6th round, that seems like it's pretty low. I guess I would, right? Because Robbie Anderson ideally should be that wide receiver 1 for the Panthers. Moving forward, let's see, is Robinson on Robbie Anderson contract? Is he on a more than just 1 year contract? 2 years. So I don't. If it's really the 6th round value, I don't actually mind it too much because I think he's gonna go earlier than that. Is what I think. Yeah. Yeah, Toby. Hey, go ahead. And if anyone, I know it's getting late. I'm probably gonna end this stream soon too, within the next 30 minutes or even sooner, depending on what everyone's like. But yeah, it's late, and I do have to, actually, get up for my actual job tomorrow as well. But guys, hey, we hit 30 tonight. That's awesome. For those of you that might have missed it, we also did we chugged a delicious seltzer that tastes like sugary chalk. So anyone who's new to the channel, this is the content you'll get. You're gonna get great fantasy advice from not only myself, but also all of our great community of viewers. But you also see me do stupid stuff like chug a Bud Light seltzer on a Tuesday night when I have to get up in about 6 hours for work. Burke, okay, thank you so much. That's funny. Yeah, Toby, thank you so much. Who remembers when Ocho Cinco kicked in? That was awesome. I miss Ocho Cinco. Ocho Cinco, yeah, there are some divas before the wide receivers. I miss a lot of them. We need some more of those. OBJ is kind of like that, Michael Thomas is maybe turning into that. Who knows? But we need some more of that. OJ, yeah, thank you so much. We appreciate you. You had some great questions. Really excited to see you back soon. Greg, thank you for the sub, man. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah, I agree with Burke. These chats, hey, it's not just me, it's the viewers that make this awesome. All right, cool. Well, hey, I know it's 1:30 my time, so it's late for a lot of people. We'll keep let's keep this open for like another 5 minutes for chat for questions, and if there are no more, then we'll just end it soon. James says, okay, I'm looking at the waiver. Should I pick up Zach or Booker? Pick up Booker for now because you can always pick up Zach most likely next week, I think. Zach is maybe gonna have a slightly more volume or slightly more production later on, but it would be really interesting if the Raiders switch to a scheme and similar to the Browns, where they, instead of having like a 1-2 punch, they have sort of like a 1A 1B. They may be leaning towards that, so I would maybe try and pick up Booker now because he's probably gone after this week. Yeah, good night, Greg. Thank you so much. Good night, OG. Hope you're enjoying Hawaii. Send us all over some sunshine. What kind of running back is Booker? I think just kind of like, downhill. It's like, I think he's, let's see. I mean, I guess I don't know much about him. I know I know him from his Broncos days, I think he's just like a solid, just between the lines running back as opposed to like a pass catching back. So, I don't know for sure. And honestly, I wish I would have watched the game a little bit. He seems like a 3-down back if Josh Jacobs wasn't there, is what I'll say, is at least what I think. James, yeah, for sure. You're welcome. Thanks for the great questions. Hey, you got it. Hey, this is also a must win for me in my 3-7 league. So, you know, fingers crossed for both of you and me, brother. That'd be something to look into this weekend. How? Yeah, for sure. I think, you know, this weekend will be really good to see. The Raiders play the Chiefs. So, hey, they upset the Chiefs last time. Maybe it'll be a high-scoring game again, and they'll be able to use the 1-2 punch a lot. But I think it'll be really, really interesting to see what happens. I agree. But you know, the resurgence is great. Is he? I don't even know if he's available here. But let's just look at his usage, right? Because he was used before, honestly. He was used. I might have to add him here, honestly. Looks like he gets a few looks receiving wise, right? Not a lot. So wouldn't consider him a pass catching back. You know, didn't get a lot before. Didn't really score touchdowns until this last 2 weeks. So yeah, it's this last 2 weeks that's really done it. And maybe it's also because of the scores. I don't know if they blew Denver out or what, but yeah, I don't expect him to repeat his Denver stat line this week against KC is I guess what I'll say. But yeah, I think if we see good production out of him this week, that will definitely be very, very promising. James says, I really just need to upgrade at RB like everyone else. I have Hunt and Robinson, but I think, yeah, I mean, I think people still undervalue Robinson. I think you're fine there. Hunt is definitely going to be capped a little bit at the ceiling because of Chubb, but we saw that, you know, he was still used a lot and he still got over 100 yards. So definitely that RB2, but I understand the want to get like that solid RB1 for sure. Who else do I have? So in this league, this is just the injury, you know. Oh, I guess I don't know if you're talking about me or James, but this is mine if you're talking about me, but I think you're probably talking to James there. But yeah, this is the one where injuries hit me so hard. Johnson, Dak, that's rough. Yeah, I wasn't expecting. I kind of thought he was just gonna come back, you know, hit the grounds running. So I expected that. But and sorry, and I don't mean to say like, you know, like, man, I was predicting he was going to be like good and like, man, look at me, I was right. So I didn't mean to come off like that if that's what it came off. But you know, Chubb, I felt like the injury wasn't that serious. He was expected to come back sort of 100% as opposed to being eased in. And like, we all know how Chubb plays, right? You know, very hard running back, down the line, great back. So I guess what I meant was I expected him to be 100% and sort of back to himself as opposed to like, you know, like I said, ease back in and on a snap count or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it looks good, and that's an interesting, you know, maybe that's not good for Cleveland receivers, but hey, if that's what they need to win, then Hunt and Chubb owners rejoice, right? For sure. That was a great trade on your part. Great trade. So James has McKissick, Booker. Okay, that's not bad. Wide receivers have Amari, Crowder, Fulgham, T, Keenan. Okay. So yeah, I definitely get your, like, I think you're okay, right? I think you're fine. You're like probably doing better than a lot of other people. You could definitely have that wide receiver or running back one, right? And unfortunately with the Dallas situation, Cooper isn't really that wide receiver one anymore, but like, you know, a lot of that, it doesn't pan out. Like, to get one of those guys, you have to get really lucky, or you have to have one of the top draft picks. That's all it is, right? But I think you're gonna like Robinson. I think he's gonna be okay for you. The starters are Hunt, J-Rob, Keenan, and Higgins. That's what I would assume here. You know, I can see him putting in maybe Cooper as a starter too. I wouldn't give up any of those guys when trading for an upgrade, so anything you can do with the rest. Yep, I agree with you. You got to look at, you know, who are your solid starters and just trade the guys who have some value, some stash, double them up, package them up for an upgrade there. I agree with you, Burke, there. Great analysis. All right, let's see where we at here. Yo, guys, we're at 175 subs. Let's go. Thank you all so much. That's crazy. That's crazy, guys. We this has been awesome. I'm very happy. Obviously 200 is the goal there. We'll do some sort of 200 celebration. If we can hit 200 by this week, we'll do some sort of celebration. I'll come up with something fun for you, the viewers. But yeah, we'll book that 200. I'm not gonna promise to chug a beer. Maybe that'll be part of it. But if we hit 200 by the end of this weekend, Sunday night, we'll do a celebration. James says, I feel like every single one of my players is number 10. Hey, I mean, that's better than having like, an inconsistent, maybe like number 8 and like a number like 20 and number 40, So, yeah, we'll see. It's great news, but deserved, Dan. You work hard and keep repping the bit. Hey, thank you so much. And hey, also big 2 hours left here. Bert got modded today because he's been here since day 1, has been to pretty much every single stream, has been active. So hey, big shout outs, big claps to him. He's done a great job, and luckily we got some an interesting character come in tonight, and we were able to see Burke Burke put into work. So hey, Burke, great job, and I really appreciate your hard work and all the hard work that you're gonna put in the future too. So thank you so much. Ken B, what's up? Watkins or Pittman Jr.? Oh man, Pittman Jr. We're gonna go here. I don't think Watkins has much value. I just don't think he has much value. If we look at Watkins, I don't honestly, has he produced at all this year at all? Let's see. Let's look at Sammy Watkins. Okay, so again, sort of like last year, right? I mean, I still like Pittman more because he's likely gonna be that wide receiver 1 for the Colts. Versus Watkins is just sort of part of that committee of mouths to feed. So Ken, I mean, well, first of all, welcome to the stream. I do like Pittman a little bit more. James says I don't have a single top 10, and don't worry about it. It's completely fine. Hey, I would rather have I would rather have multiple guys top 10 for me, or even just around that 10 than just one guy carrying, because at least that there's a little bit of consistency and whatnot. Burke said, yeah, he always has one bomb 1 week and disappears. Exactly, for sure. And hey, welcome to the chat. Hope you come by again, Ken. Good to meet you. Yeah, well, so I mean, these numbers aren't bad, right? But I just feel like, I don't have a lot of optimism that he's going to be plugged in right away and sort of started and be useful right away. So that's at least my take on it. But yeah, will be interesting, I guess. But from what we've seen with that Kansas City, lineup, I don't quite know that we'll, I don't know. Potential stash, but yeah, I'm not a big fan, I guess. November 7th. Okay, 4 straight games. Okay, cool. All right, so we'll leave it open for another minute to see if any more questions. Again, can't say how much I appreciate all of you. For anyone who's been here or new here, next stream will be Thursday night around 4:30 PST Pacific before the game, so about an hour before the game. Burke says JJ, Mike Davis, McKissick, or Brown. We're talking about Justin Jackson here, right? And we're talking about are you talking about Hollywood Brown, Burke? And let me look at these matchups here. Oh, ooh, okay, Justin Jefferson, there you go, duh. AJ, of course, yeah, we talked about this earlier. Let me look at, so, off the bat, I'm looking at Washington. Washington has a good matchup, right? Did McKissick, I think, went off last week. Here's the thing, the reason I like McKissick is mainly because, oops, when you look at running backs, he gets a lot of targets, right? Look at those numbers. Those are solid numbers. That's Alex Smith comes back. That's check down master numbers, right? The targets are there, so I kind of like him. This is a different team where waiver claim. Okay, gotcha. So I think out of those, I kind of like, I like JJ. I like McKissick. Panthers are playing. Let's see. Panthers are playing Lions, which is not a bad team. Oh man, I like JJ, Mike Davis, or McKissick over AJ Brown. Cooper is playing the Vikings. I mean, honestly, they have really good matchups. I wonder if you can mix and match some of them, but I would maybe go, if it's at least some PPR, I would maybe go McKissick if you want a solid high floor, JJ if you want the ceiling, right? I'm sure we're on the same page about that. Mike Davis has a really good matchup, but like he's just been so disappointing over the last 2 weeks that like I honestly maybe consider prioritize the other guys over him. Maybe. You got Julio, Hill, Swift, and Aaron Jones. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so that's why. So yeah, I would say maybe like McKissick for the high floor and JJ for the high ceiling, honestly. I'm just disappointed in, you know, I'm not upset at Mike Davis. I'm just disappointed at him. Otherwise, let's see. So we have Jefferson, Cooper, and AJ Brown, right? So I like Jefferson a little bit more, but I think a lot of it's going to depend on who's going to be the quarterback for the Cowboys. That's a big thing. James, I think hold him for another week if you can. Honestly, hold him for 1 week. See if he gets the targets back. If he doesn't get those targets, then he's probably droppable. Berg says, I'm 9-1 playing the team I lost to, so I'm looking to squash him. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you want to, let's monitor it, right? Before Thursday's game, let's monitor and see who's going to be the quarterback for the Cowboys. I'm thinking maybe Justin Jefferson has a slightly higher ceiling here. Just because, you know, I think with what we have going on, I do like Jefferson a little bit. How did he do last week? He see, like that's the kind of numbers we expect. I don't know what division games, maybe, I don't know, right? Division games, like I said, you expect these two matches to be safe, but no. I mean, I guess this one had Jared, so actually, you expect this game to be bad, but he goes off. Division games. Bro just started Mario Kart. He's automatic. Is he automatic though? You get that 1 point. I mean, yeah, otherwise he's been good, but yeah, like if we're looking for like, because what I'm thinking is McKissick and Amari probably have similar floors, right? Around that 10, 12 like mark is what we hope to get from them. Jefferson might be able to get you those like you know, that like 100, like 80 yards, something really random. So that's what I think. But I'm sure we'll talk about. Let's talk about it again on Thursday. You know, before everything starts, since that's when I'll stream next, and we'll go over it a little bit, Burke. But that'll be interesting. I think that'll be really interesting. But at least right now, that's what I'm thinking. I think Amari and JD McKissick have like similar double-digit floors, while Jefferson has a little bit higher. I'm leaning with Jet for sure. All right, guys. Well, hey, it sounds like we're dying down here, but I think we're just gonna end the stream unless anyone, you know, if I see another question within James. I will be live streaming around. I'm gonna try and start around 4:15, 4:30 Pacific on Thursday. So that'll be an hour before Thursday Night Football, and we'll probably go into a little bit. Thursdays are usually a little bit shorter because most people want to go, they just go off and like eat dinner or go watch a game like once, you know, first, second quarter starts. So we'll do about like an hour and a half. Oh, for sure, James, bring more questions. And if you have any questions in the meantime, just go ahead and comment on any of my recent videos and I will respond. So 100% go for it. But hey, thank you all. This was a great night for streaming. We got some more people into the community. So, you know, all love. I think, you know, we're growing, guys. We're growing. This is awesome. Really fun to look at. And thank you all who've been here. You know, big shout out to Burke again for, you know, taking on the mod responsibilities and just honestly being that great mod tonight, as we've seen. So y'all have a good night, and we will look for the start set video on Thursday, and we will stream Thursday afternoon. All right, peace, y'all. Have a good night.